Alright, let's begin the stream then. I see Far Cry Legos in the chat, which is awesome. Hey, I made it in time again. Yeah, perfect. Your timing's impeccable as always. What can I say? I think I would be just beating a dead horse at this point. You guys are awesome, of course. And yeah, thank you for being here with me. I used to say that I remember one of you asked me, and I think it might have been Far Cry, who said, what do you think about Kraven getting pushed to December? And that was like, I think a couple of weeks ago. And I said, I don't care about Kraven. Don't ask me about Kraven. Kraven. That movie is DOA. I just don't care about any of those movies. They're insignificant and there's no reason to talk about them. Well, here I am now, kind of backtracking on that, clearly because I need to. Because it's a slow news day, and I decided, yeah, we need to talk about something. Craven gave me a bone. He gave me something, so I had to do something, okay? Uh, but anyway, of course we're gonna be playing Red Dead Redemption, and I am going to go for a shorter stream today as well. And yeah, so with that intro out of the way, I guess we can kind of get into it. Really, why delay it any longer? Really, I just got back from watching Spidey 2. I want to hear your thoughts on Rhino. Yeah, I didn't give it away in my stories, as you could probably see, because I'm like, number one, I gotta save some takes for the stream, right? But number two, again, it's like Kraven. Okay, Kraven exists. But I did see a lot of screenshots, and I did think it was pretty interesting what they did in that film. I've only seen the screenshots. I haven't watched the trailer itself, so this is going to be my very real live reaction. And anything you see here is totally authentic. We'll see, we'll see. And yeah, as for the game in the background, let's see. Whoa, those, you guys didn't see it, dang it, but those chairs just popped in out of nowhere. It was like a pop-in frame. Uh, Crazy. Anyway, let me just get this screen. Where is this game? There we go. Let me just make this smaller. And let's make this trailer somewhat bigger. And I guess we could make this quieter. Let's see. I remember the first teaser trailer. I don't even know if I didn't even comment about it, so I haven't even talked about Kraven at all. So let's make this one bigger here. All right, let's watch this thing. And then let's see where we are at in the game. We're helping those weirdos. Yeah, okay. I wonder where these question marks are. American lobbyists, stranger. And the stranger one sounds interesting, so we're gonna go there. But before we do that... Oh, Nimbus is here. Awesome. Hey, yes, it's Kraven time. You know, the internet, I sometimes love it. I love when they, like, just make up stuff. Morbin time, Kraven time. That's just amazing. And isn't that amazing? You couldn't... I guess it's, like... It's Webbin time from Adam Webb. It's a shame nobody's used that before. But yes, let's do this live reaction. This better be great. Okay, Far Cry Lego says it reminds me of the Amazing Spider-Man 1 game Rhino. Okay, you're giving some spoilers, and you guys are talking about Rhino. So let's just watch this thing.
My son.
Hold on, from the beginning.
My son.
Oh, right. I forgot Russell Crowe is in this. It just seems like not the type of movie he would be in. But I guess the paycheck was there? I don't know. Why weren't you in all the other MCU movies? Odd choice for a role. I wonder what they told him. There's like these videos of people who or interviews where all the actors are like, I wanted to be part of the MCU. Dakota Johnson, who played Madam Web. The guy who played in Morbius. Matt Smith. Him. He's like, oh, I spoke with Karen Gillan, and she told me, yeah, these movies are fun. And I did Morbius, and that's what ended up happening. Poor guys. Nimbus says Russell Crowe coming in with the Russian accent that Kraven should have, but doesn't. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He doesn't have a Russian accent, of course, because they had to put in an American guy. But even then an American guy, Jewish American guy, uh, he still could have done an accent, right?
We are hunters. The greatest the world has ever known.
Hunters.
Охотник до сказки.
Well, what is he saying? Hold on.
The greatest the world has ever known.
Охотник.
The hunter is a myth. Wow. They're trying to create some hunter lore for us. Incredible. I just can't wait for this movie. I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. I did see Morbius in the theaters because I'm like, okay, well, it's not a Disney movie, so I guess I can go see this one in the theaters. And that's my thought process. And I almost fell asleep watching Morbius. It was so bad. Like, and then I didn't want to fall asleep after the movie. So it's literally the film's fault. It was putting me to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with you guys. I tried and I couldn't. I remember the film vaguely. Okay, I didn't fall asleep. I was fighting myself on that, so I didn't fall asleep. Calm down. All right. Let's see. Hoskey is on Twitch saying first, and of course I'm reading his message a bit delayed. Let's see. Yeah, like them trying to create a mythology around the hunters. What are they going to do next? Like, first they started to do that around Spider-Man, create the Web of Life and all that nonsense. And now we're doing it with Kraven. Are we doing a Kraven cinematic universe? Hunters running around everywhere. And Steven is here as well. That's so Kraven. Oh, no. Please don't. I'm trying to find this clip. Where is it? I lost the clip and I can't find it. There it is. Good. I'm controlling it again. Good. All right. The hunter's a myth. Okay. Apparently, this guy's supposed to be. He's like a front runner for James Bond. Are you guys aware of this? I've been hearing that he is the front runner for James Bond. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Why? Just insane.
До сказки.
But I guess he's still better than Daniel Craig. I'm not a Bond guy, but okay, fine. You win. You win. I'm not putting on this up. I'm not flipping the screen. But if we get taken down, just know I'm going to redo the stream if we get taken down on YouTube. Twitch should be fine. You guys are talking a lot of stuff about this while I'm trying to watch it first. There is an ounce of truth in every myth. So he just randomly started attacking them. I'm sure there's going to be some reason behind it in the movie, but maybe there won't because this is a Sony production. The Sony Spider-Man characters universe flopped and they had Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney. There's no hope for this, says Steven. Well, Sony thinks otherwise. They think they can make it work still. Nimbus says, oh yeah, people were hyping him hard after Bullet Train. And then Moodcap says, Daniel Craig is objectively the second worst Bond. See, I'm not a Bond guy, but even when I saw Daniel Craig in the role, first off, he's blonde, so it's like wrong hair. Secondly, he is not very conventionally attractive for a James Bond role. And then number 3, I guess, all those movies are just boring. I just watched those films and I'm like, these are boring. James Bond is supposed to be more of like a spy, like more interesting spy stuff that's even fun. And then you have a very serious Bond with Daniel Craig, it's that sort of attempt to make everything edgy and dark and grounded, just like the Nolan films for The Dark Knight, which, hey, I guess it somewhat worked for those, but then everyone trying to do that with every single other franchise, nope, don't do it. Anyway, Daniel Craig, yeah. And Far Cry says Sean Connery is the best one. Alright, I see some other comments, I'll get to them. Yeah, it's a bit excessive. Is this R-rated? Imagine R-rated Kraven film. Of course, we need to have some diversity.
The noise of thunder.
Oh no! Don't bring Johnny Cash into this. No, it's over. Poor guy. He will never recover since like the cover of Barbie, the AI generated. Have you guys heard this? There's a AI generated cover of Barbie by Johnny Cash, of course. Maybe I'll put this on after this stream, just to after this trailer reaction, just to show you what I'm talking about. Steven, you are saying something that Aaron Taylor Johnson could get away with a normal, non-emasculated Bond solely because girls pity him after he got groomed for years by one of the directors for 50 Shades. Yes, this actor got groomed by his now wife. They shot a film together when he was 17, and she's like, I don't know how much older she is than him, like 20 years, let's just say, maybe even more. And so they got married, she had children, so he married into a childfulness, whatever family. It's strange, and TikTok is indeed, like you said, Steven, a very overprotective of him. They're sending in all the clowns, all the actresses, hoping that they will snatch him from this woman here that is much older. But at the same time, it's like, hey, just leave them alone at this point. I think maybe because it's like you want them to get divorced, and like what's that gonna do really? And I think they may have children of their own now, so the damage has been done, and I don't know if we should be getting involved in that at this point. I don't know. And I don't think he seems to be like crazy compared to everyone else who has been groomed. So yeah, there's a Bond who took no damage and always won with ease. Can't remember if it was Dalton or someone else, but he was the best. Brosnan's first movie was good, the rest was mid, carried by hot girls. That was Steven on YouTube. And I Like the World Is Not Enough. Yup, it's R-rated. It's R-rated, aka 15 or 18. I assume you're referring to the year-olds, 15-year-olds, 18-year-olds. Roger Moore is the Bond I'm talking about. He was cool and always 3 steps ahead, says Steven. Moore is a good Bond, says Far Cry Lego. There we go. We caught up to all the comments. Great.
Are you like your father? A gangster? A killer?
And I heard a voice,
Jeez.
and behold,
At least he's wearing his outfit, not here.
hell followed with
It's definitely going to be a Act 3 sort of thing where he's like, oh, now I get to wear my costume, because for the entirety of the movie I couldn't do it because we gotta dangle the keys later so that you feel there's something happening in the third act. So we'll just put on the costume in the third act. And that's right, he's got lion powers in this. So he has glowing eyes in this in the dark because he is half feline, half furry, because a lion bit him, a radioactive lion.
there's a man going round taking names,
My son.
and he decides who to free and who to blame.
Yes, an animal stronger than you can imagine.
The hairs on your arm will stand up.
Tell me about this hunter.
Some are born and some are died.
Once you're on his list, there's only one way off.
So I'm just pausing this so Sony doesn't go crazy, hopefully. And yeah, he's kind of jacked, honestly, so he got fit for the role. But why wouldn't you come back for Quicksilver, but you did this? That's kind of where I'm like, huh? Maybe he wanted to be a leading man. Are you telling me that it's lioning time? Okay, Nimbus, that's not funny anymore. You're overdoing it. It's Kraven time. We don't have to we don't have to get into lioning time, okay? Rhinoing time, though. No. Also stupid. Just no. The movie is weird. They should have just made it a manly power fantasy if they want Kraven as a solo movie character. And he is, to remind you guys, Kraven in this movie is going to be pro animals. He is not going to be a hunter, supposedly. Reportedly, he is not going to be a hunter. He is going to be I think he's saving animals like Sonic. So he's going to join the list of characters like Tomb Raider, Lara Croft. She is now going to be essentially a character who is going to be stripped of her bounty hunter or like a treasure hunter personality, because now she needs to be preserving these things, and she needs to be returning them to their rightful cultures that she took them from or somebody else took them from. She is fighting the agencies and the powers that be who are trying to take away these amazing artifacts from these Aztecs who and these primal tribes. And so now she needs to be basically the hero who has to be giving them back. Whereas in the original, of course, it was about her just being a treasure hunter, like Indiana Jones, just finding treasures, exploring the world. She was an explorer. She had guns. She took whatever she wanted. She was cool like that. Not anymore. Not anymore. And so yeah, now we got to change every single character to make them more up with the times, you could say. And yes, how many Spider-Man villains can we introduce without including him? Let's see who else is there. Like, who else would get a movie? That's a good question. We got Morbius, we got Kraven. Who else could get a movie out of all the villains? Who else is like a good candidate for, or like, of course, everyone is an awful candidate. But if we were Sony execs, this is a question to you guys. If just think money, green, and also I think we got to include El Muerto into this, of course. So that's going to be the one guy. Who else are we taking here? Far Cry Lego says the Lizard. I don't know. The Lizard is kind of insane. He doesn't have. Sometimes he's got a personality. Sometimes it's the monster and him talking. Plus Goblin, I think he's in the same ballpark where it's like unreliable. They're both insane. We could make some story changes, but with Kraven, I think the personalities would kind of like determine whether you're a leading man. And so Kraven sort of fits that. Lizard and Goblin are too primal and too insane. Black Cat, okay, that's a good one, Steven. I like that one. Doc Ox is Far Cry Lego. Maybe if we do like a prequel series where he's like a scientist, maybe I see something there. So okay, that might be a third one. Maybe we'll switch it up. El Muerto, Black Cat, Shocker. Okay, I like Shocker. Nimbus, you got it. Shocker, that's a good one. Because you got to represent those streets, and make sure that everyone gets their due, and you got to represent that sort of side of people just trying to make a living. Kingpin, I guess we can kind of include that in the Spider-Man territory as well. And I think we got like four? Black Cat, Shocker. I like Shocker. And the one of you said earlier. What else did you say? Who else? There was one that I liked. Come on. I think which one of you said it? Kraven just be a self-confident, strong dude who takes what he wants. Those movies work. The first Dragon Ball Z movie about Bardock was that and worked. They didn't even need to make him good. Okay, well, I'm the sort of person who says Don't do these stupid films. Should have left Laura in a race against organizations to find the artifacts where they're safer in her hands, just like in the reboot games in Angelina Jolie's movies. Was she a preserver in the Angelina Jolie movies? Tombstone miniseries. Nah, Tombstone is lame. I'm sorry. Like, what are we gonna get into? Like, what is his backstory going to be like? Oh, how I hardened over time. And, yeah, no. Doc Ock. Okay, so Shocker, Black Cat. Oh, I guess Moodcap said Shocker before Nimbus. They probably give Shocker 1 because of that stupid Shocker meme. Ooh, you're right. That's how they honestly make movies. That's how they kind of come up with stuff. That's why El Muerto is going to be chosen, because they want a Bad Bunny to play him. So that's how they think. Kingpin, Morbius. Reminder that they put Morbius back in the theaters for the meme and it bombed twice. So true, Woodcap. Like, I'm telling you guys, that's how they do. That's how they greenlight stuff. Steven says Tombstone Crime miniseries. Okay, we got like a second. Oh wait, that's the same Tombstone commenter. Molted Man. I forgot that that's his actual name. Mysterio may be the Prowler due to Spider-Verse hype. Okay, we got it. Okay, good. I think Kingpin would be a somewhat interesting movie. It's kind of like the Penguin one. So we gotta throw that one out. We gotta go with something that's plausible, but also something that is absurd. So, okay, I'm gonna do a poll on YouTube, and I'm gonna ask you guys, if you had to choose one of these movies, which movie would you want if you were forced to pick one? So we got El Muerto, of course. I think maybe a Scorpion movie would be interesting. El Muerto, Prowler. Let's do Prowler. As Nimbus said, Shocker. No, I think we're giving them ideas. And Black Cat. Black Cat is the fourth option. We got some girl power in here as well. Morbius, the third release. Okay, which movie would you want, or would you greenlight as a fat Sony exec? There we go. That's the question. So we got, the options are El Muerto. And yes, it's going to have Bad Bunny. We're bringing that back. We got to have Prowler on here. Obviously, because we need to show more representation. And no, it's not going to be the original. It's going to be Miles's uncle. Because now that he's been replaced, we need to have that Prowler back. Because everyone else doesn't exist. Spider-Verse is the only film that matters. We got Shocker, since we also got to represent that side of the streets. Is Shocker white? That might be somewhat problematic then. But yes, it's like ground. It's in the streets. It allows us to have a lot of Sony and like Nike product placements. Maybe we could have put in Miles in there and kind of like have him walk around in Nike shoes and play basketball once when he's in the background or something. I think it could work, but maybe that could also go into the Prowler movie. Something to consider. And then Black Cat, because there's two reasons why you would maybe want a Black Cat film. I can't think of them right now, but maybe someone else could. All right, let's get on with this trailer. Mysterio? No, I think Mysterio is like what? What are you going to watch? A play? She wasn't a preserver in the Angelina movies, but the organization that wanted the artifacts would have been bad for humanity. So not a preserver, but per se, but she knew she had to step up and stop them. I think that's also the case in the original game, wasn't it? Like, technically, come to think of it, like, I think that's pretty much in the first game too, correct me if I'm wrong. And maybe Black Cat was also kind of an obvious pick. Hopefully you guys don't pick Black Cat. I'm hoping you guys don't pick Black Cat, because that's like the most boring pick of all. And yeah, it would probably get made. Morbius flopping made me laugh because I'm a Jared Leto hater, even before I knew about the cult, mainly because his band's entire genre changes music based on what's popular. Fair, Stephen, fair. You know what? I've come to appreciate Jared Leto, his quirky personality, mainly because he's just a very out there, like, just he's insane. So I'm like, okay, he's just so insane that you gotta kind of appreciate that, but he's not insane to a point where he's imploding on himself. Everyone else implodes around him, and everything he touches implodes around him. So I'm like, okay, that's too interesting. You gotta give him credit for something. Oh, right, I forgot about Homecoming killed off the real Shocker and replaced him with another guy. That's fine. This is going to be our movie. We're going to cast a new guy in the role, and maybe we'll make him Latinx too. If we're going with the El Muerto stuff, El Muerto can be like from Mexico, and then maybe Shocker could be from somewhere else. He's just Latinx, okay? That's his personality. You don't have to get any more specific than that. Moodcap, Jared Leto has a cult? Yes, he does. He has a cult. The ladies fancy him, and that's what it is. Yeah, it's crazy. Did cast more attractive actresses as Black Cat, give her a Batwoman treatment with a similar trailer, and boom. Dang, a Batwoman movie would be insane. Prowler could probably draw people in if they give it a catchy playlist, which I bet they would. Yes, like just a bunch of hip-hop, rap, that's definitely what you would see. Then bring in Yosuke from Assassin's Creed Shadows. It would sell like hot tickets. Hot tickets.
When the man comes around.
They're trying to John Wick Kraven.
When the man comes around.
Oh no.
It's unjust.
You think you're some kind of honor? Some kind of code?
It'll be unjust.
Dang. I think that's the only thing that might be interesting about this film. It's its R rating. And it's an interesting choice. Not Yosuke with the hip hop following him. Yeah, we watched the trailer, remember? That entire trailer from Assassin's Creed Shadows was insane. But at the same time, you guys also saw the Gladiator 2 trailer. There was like one black guy, was Denzel Washington. And they're like, hip hop. Or was it rap? I'm pretty sure it was hip hop. You think it'll be 18 or 15? I'm thinking it'll be 18. Like, you mean, are you asking about the R rating? Like, if it's R rated, then it's 17 plus. That's the rule. Maybe it's different in UK. I don't know. Or is it? Since Morbius and Venom were 15, yes, says Far Cry Lego.
You're just another man.
Whoever is righteous.
What? Hold on, what?
It'll be unjust.
You're just another man.
Oh my gosh. I thought that was not Michael Jackson. What? I thought that was Tom Holland for a second. I don't know why I said Michael Jackson. Leave me alone. I saw somebody had a profile picture like this. And I'm like, oh, somebody like edited Tom Holland to make him blonde or something. And then I see him here and I'm like, oh, so that's where that profile picture is from. But doesn't that look like Tom Holland? Is it just me? Like the eyebrows, the haircuts, even the face, the shape of the face. Maybe not the face itself, but the shape of it. It reminds me of Tom Holland. Woodcap, I was at a con where Nerdrotic was a guest, and I really wished I had a copy of Miles Morales so he could cross off Spider-Man and write Miles Morales. Is that what he does? Is that what he does on cons? And did you actually get to see him? Because that's kind of cool. Nimbus. So Kraven is a good guy in this story. Yes, he is. Blonde Tom Holland says Far Cry Lego. I thought it was him too. Good. I'm not the only one. Good. All right. Did I read all of them? I guess I did.
Whoever is righteous,
Hunting for a trophy,
let him be righteous still.
just like our father.
Oh, that's his bro.
When the man
Comes around.
when the man comes around.
Embrace who you really are, son.
An antelope. Oh, there he is.
And you will become a legend.
When the man comes around.
Oh, that's it.
When the man comes around.
When the man comes around. They're really trying to play this off as some Logan, serious John Wick type of movie. It's really not working. I want to see the Rhino again because he's very
Embrace
briefly
who
in
you
this.
really are, son.
Oh, come on. Let's do this again. Hold on.
Who you really are, son.
We can do this. Let's go. Almost had it.
Who you really are, son.
There we go. Looks beautiful. Looks like Rockman. Not Mega Man, but Rockman. Let's see if I can go back to your original comments that you guys made about Rhino. I don't know if I'll be able to find him now. Rhino is in Kraven. Rhino in the trailer makes me think of the stone holes Charmcaster used in Ben 10, says Nimbus. Stone golems. Oh. I don't know if I agree. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Looking at like his patterns and his, maybe not the face, of course. But I can kind of see it now that you say it. And then Nimbus said, Russell Crowe coming in with the Russian accent that Kraven should have, but doesn't. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know what? It is much better than, of course, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So that's one thing. Again, this is going to be like a third act thing because we're still doing this thing apparently where we don't give you the things you want because it's silly, so we'll just push it off till the end of the film, and then at the same time you'll think, wow, something big is happening at the end of the film. But honestly, with this movie, I don't even think the audience will kind of be stupid enough. It's not Deadpool and Wolverine. It's not Disney, so people will be more harsh on this than they would be with something like Deadpool and Wolverine. Because people are just brain dead, I guess, is the best word to describe them. They're hypocrites and liars and thieves. Thieves because they have nothing original to say, so they just steal stuff from everyone. And even when they, there's nothing wrong with like having or like borrowing opinions from others. If you see somebody else is making sense, that's all right. That's all fine. But you're just repeating talking points, and it's nonsense because you do not even care about making any sense whatsoever. That's his back. Yeah, I guess I like it. The design of it.
And you will become a legend.
When the man comes around.
And that's him. That was stupid.
When the man comes around.
Expectedly. I expected it to be stupid, but hey, Disney's got the NPC fans. They do. Speaking of like them, later in the stream we will be getting into the Disney stuff, like the announcements, and we're going to be basically looking at those NPC fans that they have, because yes, they will be defending the Snow White stuff, they will be defending some other stuff that came out, so I think there's also going to be that here as well. Let me see if I can find the man, oh wait, no, Johnny Cash, Barbie, and there's one thing, there's something else I think I wanted to show you guys, but I'm not sure if I could find it now. Let's see. Which video was this? Apparently it was banned? What? What? Whoa. Okay, apparently there's backstory to this. I'm going to show you the original, and then apparently this thing that somebody made got taken down. I'll show you what got taken down. And apparently was later shown in court. Wow, we just stumbled upon a rabbit hole. Let's just make sure I can show you this. And plug your ears when I tell you to. You might want to do that. Just not now. I'll tell you when. Alright, so while this is getting prepped, I'm going to look for this location. Where are we now? Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Have you guys seen the remix? I'm going to show it to you guys anyway, because it's really just crazy. But what else did I want to show you guys? And I say let's go to the stranger first. Right? There we go. Okay, I got it. Let's listen to it in a moment. I'm gonna put it next to this gameplay footage, and we'll listen to it while I play the game. Okay, so plug your ears now. You might hear like ear rape for this one. Okay, dropping it in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, I'm not Johnny Cash.
Okay, it's good now. It's good. Just give me a moment. Hopefully it doesn't get taken down. I don't think it will. Here we go. This is what I was talking about to you guys.
Hello, I'm not Johnny Cash.
Hello, I'm not Johnny Cash.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Oh, come on, Barbie, let's go party, 'cause I'm in a Barbie world.
Kind of fits the cowboy aesthetic,
If you
gotta
wanna
say.
be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship
Oh no.
never ends. Up in my hands, up to play
Oh no.
my song. The butterflies fly away. Yeah. It's a party in the USA.
It's so good. It sounds just like him.
This is what you guys call music? Well, I'll be damned.
Oh, it's a bison.
Well, if they free me from this AI, if my voice was only mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Barbie world.
I think they're running away.
That's where I want to stay. Oh, come on, Barbie, let's go party and take my blues away.
Wow, that's... I'm just impressed. I'm trying to get this other video out for you guys. So yeah, that video got taken down. There we go. That video got taken down. Let's grab some plants in the area. And somebody restored it on YouTube. And apparently was part of some hearing, the original song. And now I'm going to drop this other clip on you guys. So once again, beware of loud noises. I'm going to try to reduce the noise as fast as I can. So dropping it in 3, 2, 1, go.
And so could we present...
Okay. Should be good now. All right. And one more thing. There we go. So this clip is called They Played My Band AI Mashup in Congress. Johnny Cash x Barbie Girl. Let's see what this is about. It's very short. It's like 3 minutes long.
A man I actually saw in concert.
He saw him in concert, guys.
I'm not Johnny Cash.
Are they going to listen to the whole thing?
I'm a Barbie girl.
Just skip. Oh, there we go. What are they going to say about this?
'Cause I'm in a Barbie world.
I'm sure you'll all see that again in days to come.
I am Lainey Wilson. I am a recording artist, a songwriter, and entertainer.
When these technologies do like what we saw with Johnny Cash and Barbie Girl, do you think that your representatives in Congress ought to repose First Amendment speech rights on robots creating deep fakes and explicit videos?
It's absolutely not.
Robots should not be subject to free speech. I can't even believe I have to say that out loud. Mr. Mason.
They chose the wrong song to make their point. For context, here's a peek at my mostly human process.
Oh, I like big butts and I cannot lie. Oh, I like
Oh no. Somebody stop this guy.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Oh, so he sings first.
With the mannequin thumb on a bongo drum in California. Tickle my bum with the mannequin thumb on a bongo drum in California. As I leave, believe I'm stomping. I'm coming straight out of Compton. As I leave, believe I'm stomping. I'm coming straight.
He's got a good voice. I mean, the way he can kind of change.
Human man, boy, I tell you what, I get a goddamn superhuman, innovative, animated, dang old. Some of them are doing on a dang old human man, boy, I tell you what, I get a goddamn superhuman, innovative, animated, dang old. To the window, to the wall, until the sweat drops down my balls. To the window, to the wall, until the sweat drops down my balls. 'Cause ain't no hollaback girl.
That's impressive. His voice, that is. Okay, I guess maybe then it's not his voice, I don't know. But apparently, the closer the voice is to the original, the more convincing it sounds. And I gotta tell you guys, he sounds very convincing for all of them. So that's gotta count for something, right? Maybe he's just very good at AI. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff, eh? Alright, let's see what this stranger's about. I think I have too many clips open here. So let's get rid of them. Okay. She's praying. What's she doing here? Talk to the woman. Let's see what she's praying about.
Excuse me, miss. Something wrong?
Does it look like something's wrong?
Well, you look kind of upset about something.
Perhaps you don't understand what it's like to be disgraced as a woman. To have people gossip about you and turn from you in disgust day after day.
People can be real unkind. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm Clara. I used to be a nanny for a family here in Blackwater. The father, he was always so charming. I, fool that I was, fell for him. Mrs. Thornton, his wife, kicked me out on the street as soon as I started showing. Mr. Thornton turned to drink. Not even a farewell. For $1. I have nothing. They will surely take my baby from me. Perhaps you could find the dissolute bastard. Get even a few dollars for me and my baby to find a home. I would be so
I should make this
grateful,
bigger,
sir.
sorry.
I'll see what I can do.
And get money for Clara. Where are we gonna find him, though? How does he look like? What does he look like, I mean? Somewhere around here, okay. The wrong man. Now let's go to this location next. So I'm reading these, whoa, the music. It brought out the bass, or the electric cello. Whatever that was. I'm reading the comments for the Kraven the Hunter trailer. And it says, I really hope Rhino says this to Kraven while fighting him. With great horns comes great horniness. Russell Crowe and Superman, my son. Russell Crowe and Kraven, my son. Oh yeah, I forgot he played Jor-El for a sec. Okay, I guess he did play in something else. Music. Wow, it sounds creepy. You guys hearing this? And now it sounds badass again. What's up with this person here, huh? And then a comment saying, I can't wait for him to say I'm a Kraven a hunt in this film. Releasing Kraven the same month with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is honestly the most Sony decision ever made. Yeah, it had like September all for itself. I can't wait until I hear Kraven say I'm craving justice in the theaters. From Kick-Ass to Quicksilver to Kraven. Has anyone else played this many live-action superhero characters? Crazy. Well, apparently Robert Downey Jr. is going to be playing all those characters.
Hello there, sir. You look like a man who can do an honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
Then looks can be deceiving, pal.
Perfect. As honesty is in my business the worst policy. I work for our well-respected governor, Nate Johns.
That makes sense.
Now, there is a certain individual spreading nasty rumors about Mr. Johns. I'd like you to put a stop to this vile gossip and malingering.
Suppose I can handle that? For the right price?
Now, this individual has had the misfortune to be photographed enjoying some rather inappropriate company. Been seen with a local whore. Take these photographs to him. After you take care of business, return to me and I'll pay up the reward for your services.
Pay up. Okay.
You're doing great things for your state, dear friend.
Could you pay me in advance? Show them to the political opponent. That's dark. That's dark. Let's find this place. Okay, so that's the opponent and that's the wrong man. Alright, fine. Let's go there. Nimbus. No trailer has used Johnny Cash better than Black Ops 2 for a zombies map to this day. Huh. Interesting. I haven't seen that trailer, but maybe we should. he's killing it, and basically you guys are enjoying all these different versions, but at the same time, yeah, kind of crazy. Agreed. All right, so yeah, speaking of, you know what? Let's watch this clip because I know Far Cry Lego sends me stuff sometimes, and I think we should watch it. Let's see what he sent us this time. This video is called "How Superheroes Be Broke AF After Saving the World." Let's watch it.
Hey, welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you? Yeah, can I get a number 5, large Coke, and a sundae? All right. What do you want, bro? Yeah, I'll just take a... Wait a minute. Is that Clint? Clint Evan Peters? So you knew it was me, huh? Wait, Clint? Who's that? Captain Plutonium? No! The savior of the planet? What? The superhero that's in the Mighty Defenders? Yep, that's me. Wow! Yo! Bro, when you saved the world from that guy who was gonna destroy the planet, oh my, amazing! Yeah, my favorite moment of yours is when you fought alongside the other heroes and y'all took on the alien invaders. Yo, that was crazy! Hey guys, I'm flattered. I really appreciate it. No, man, you've put your life on the line for us countless of times. We appreciate you. Yeah, man, respect. Thank you. It's what I do. No problem. So, what are you doing here? Oh, this? I work here. It's my job. This is your job? Yep, gotta pay the rent somehow, even on days where I don't feel like it. You know, it reminds me of an old saying my uncle used to say, with great power comes great... Yeah, bro, just give me a number 5. Yeah, and whip me up a Big Mac with onion rings. Make it snappy. Oh, okay. Do you guys want an autograph or anything? An autograph? with the fry cook? Actually, I'm a cashier. Oh, wow! We got a cashier, everybody! Yo! Hey, bro, take a picture, man. We gotta put this online. Loser! It was horrible, man. The whole restaurant was laughing at me. Dang, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know what, man? Sometimes I just want to rob a bank. I mean, I could move so fast it would look like the money just disappeared on the cameras. Or I could just go there myself. I mean, who would stop me? Like, no one could stand in my way. Especially not no mere weak humans. Nah, that's just silly. I would become a villain at that point. Yeah, man, what about just becoming an official member of the Defenders? I heard they pay really good salaries. Yeah, but your first contract with them would be for 5 years, and honestly, I've seen the ending to my story, and I'm gonna lose my powers. You lose your what? Yeah, it wouldn't be right if I joined the team and then just one day I randomly lose my powers, you know? Yeah, no hero would want to be with a powerless person unless you were Batman or something, but you're broke. But, I mean, hey, we can still hang out and chill and... Hammerman? Oh, well. Oh, look, it's my crush. Hey, how's it going?
Don't ever talk to me again.
What?
Yeah, I just saw the videos online of you working at McDonald's, and Hammerman told me you'll lose your powers in 5 years.
What? Why would he... Wait, we're not even together yet.
Yeah, it's not gonna even start. Whatever romantic chemistry that we had in the past...
This is probably... It's got something to do with My Hero Academia, I guarantee you. No, I don't know the ending, but I'm starting to piece it together now, and I think this might steer me in the right direction. And I know that a lot of the fans did not like the ending. Okay, I get it. And this is definitely a reference to it. Yeah, it's based on the MHA ending with Deku. Well, you don't have to spoil it for me.
It is
even though it's
today.
already
You should
kind
go
of
off
spoiled.
yourself now.
Is it? I remember there was this one leak, and I thought it was a joke. I'm not gonna say what the leak was, but I thought it was a joke basically because it seemed too ridiculous. It involved a certain fast food restaurant, which this is clearly making fun of, and so now I'm starting to question whether that was just a parody. Maybe it was. Who knows?
Excuse me. You know a girl named Clara?
What's that? Is she one of the waitresses around here?
What are you saying?
Servant at your house.
The only servant we had was that wee darky girl, Sarah. And she left to join her people up north.
Darky.
She helped raise your children. You and her
Dude, I told you not to spoil stuff for me, and you're spoiling it.
I'm not sure what you're accusing me of. I'm just here to enjoy the tables. Not to hear aspersions against my character.
I understand you want to keep this quiet. Just give me a few dollars so she can set up a modest household for her and the child.
You out of your mind, laddie, or you're just a common criminal, a nerve, you? You think you can blackmail me or insult me over this piffle? You, outside, no.
This guy is insane. If that's true what you're saying, Fakra Lego, which, hey, I told you not to spoil, but if it's true, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we're gonna have to shoot each other? That'd be insane. Like, I get what the author wanted to do, but if this were to be true, it'd be like, okay, you're definitely overdoing it. And it sounds kind of ridiculous. And too ridiculous. We'll see, we'll see. I won't say how, but it's true. Dang. Oh, come on! I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. We've been doing so well with these shootouts every single time, and now we're back to this crap. Dang. It's like we die every single time now. Whereas before we never died. Dang. I'm changing my outfit. Anyway, let's get into the losers and all. Where's the road robe? I guess there isn't one. So I want to get over... I wanted to go over some of these instances, the response to this the Snow White trailer, starting with the Snow White trailer. So of course we're going to be watching Mr. Grizzy because he's basically making my life easy. Let's pay him. Yes, I want to be nice. No, I don't want to pay. I thought I could play with... I thought I could pay this guy. Not play this. I don't want to play blackjack. Okay, let's watch these vids.
So the teaser trailer for Disney's live-action Snow White remake dropped last weekend, and despite it being completely ratioed, Disney Shills will still, as always, do their job and try and hype this movie.
So realistic.
Oh, I already love it.
Yes!
The log!
Yes!
Jeez.
They fixed that!
They fixed it?
So these CGI
Jinx.
dwarf monstrosities on screen right now, is
Let's
Disney
fucking
fixing
die.
it to you?
And they fixed the dwarves. I'm happy. I'm elated.
Wow, praising Disney for using CGI instead of just hiring
What?
real
It's not
actors
working.
who, let's just be honest, have a real hard time finding roles in Hollywood.
I much prefer this to actual little people, okay?
What a piece of shit.
Really?
So good!
I'm gonna cry.
You just know they're paid off.
It's so embarrassing.
You just know these people are paid off. There's no way. Like, pretending to be excited.
What is wrong with you?
Now, Grace Randolph, aka Chlamydia Burns, she enjoyed the trailer as well, but I think she needed a little extra motivation to help bring out her enthusiasm.
I'm so excited. All right, it's also like 1 in the morning. Okay, the D23 entertainment presentation is running like an hour over at this point, but who cares when they're giving us gems like this?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That's right, in a diamond mine, in a mine. Oh, it's so
We're gonna die. What's going on? I don't even know what's happening. It's taking forever. What is going on? You guys saw this, right? It's like, what? I guess I don't know how to play this then? I'm so confused. Do I have to just do it once? I am so confused. He used to just pull the trigger right away for me. It's crazy. I don't even know what's wrong anymore. I guess I never understood the rules for this because they made it so easy. I was like, I don't even need to know the rules. They just made it too easy. But now I think they pushed me past the point where it's like, oh yeah, now you got to follow the rules. It's like, yeah, could you relay that to me again, what the rules were for this? How do I kill this guy? How do I actually shoot him? Because you guys saw me like aiming and he didn't shoot me back for whatever reason, which was crazy. Should I just, I am so confused. And suddenly he just started shooting me for no reason. Whereas before he was kind of waiting it out, I guess I'll just have to look into it
And
later.
even she can't defend the dwarves.
It's so magical. I hope they don't mess it up with the dwarves.
2 seconds later.
So, whistle while you work.
Oh, they did. They look really bad. Damn it!
But don't worry, Disney, because she is one of your biggest shills and you pay her, she's just not going to talk about it.
I'll go.
I don't think they
I'll
pay
be
her.
excited about it, and I'll just block the dwarf sequences from my mind.
So she's going to ignore the bad and focus on the good. This is a professional film critic, by the way,
Let's
also,
shoot
might I
him
add, gave
once.
Borderlands, possibly the worst movie of the year, a fresh rating on her Rotten Tomatoes review.
What an idiot.
There we go. Shoot.
90% of that trailer looks glorious.
I'm so confused why that didn't work.
And then like 10% of it looks like kill it with fire.
All right, smash the like button if you think that Grace Randolph is a cocaine addict.
100%.
Next, we have this guy who clearly lives in a fantasy world and is bragging about the like versus dislike ratio 1 hour after the trailer drops.
Surprisingly, there's actually a lot of upvotes on this. Like, not very many
One more
downvotes at
time.
all. Now, as of this recording, there's
Do they
only
explain?
5,200 views. So we'll see what happens when... Actually, there's way more because there's like 11,000 upvotes.
Again, this is 1 hour after the trailer drops, he's saying this. So it makes sense that the only people that have watched the trailer at this point are the die-hard Disney fans.
The thing that is the most amazing to me is that this has not been ratioed in the votes. Like, it has not been downvoted to hell. It's got very positive reviews, votes so far.
God, talk about stepping in shit. Then,
Ew.
with another genius level IQ take, they come out and say that a majority of fans have forgotten
What?
about all the negativity surrounding this movie.
It's telling you to come back between 7 and 6. The problem is there's nothing else to do right now. There's nothing else to do other than play different games here. Night watch job, let's go there. Pay bounty. We're fine.
But you'll kind of forget about all of that stuff, all of that hoo-ha that happened.
Well, I am convinced that a lot of the internet doesn't actually stay in touch with all of that. I think that's like a smaller portion of the internet that is a very loud minority.
Yes, the trailer getting 8 times as many dislikes
I don't
as
think
likes
so.
is a very loud minority.
That's impossible. You're not just wrong, you're stupid.
God, Disney shills, am I right?
I'm so excited. I love Disney, so everything Disney really makes me happy.
I love Rachel Zegler
Really?
so much. I'm watching this movie just for her.
Why?
I want all the art. Anybody that has any artistic idea, I want to see it. Like, I want it all made, good or bad.
All around, casting looks great. Music sold me. Visually, I'm in. What's not to love? Disney's so
Visually,
March
you're
21st.
in.
You went full retard, man.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed...
The whole thing looks like a total disaster from a visual perspective. Like, it's just fake CGI, green screen. You name it, it's there. It's got all the worst tropes possible. I'm glad this turned people against Peter Dinklage. That being said, I hate the NPCs more. I think maybe we're not giving them enough credit. Maybe they're smarter than we expect. Like, is it possible that there's somebody that maybe they're doing this for money? And yes, you can still be stupid and be doing and selling off your own soul, selling your soul to the highest bidder, in this case, that being Disney. But at the same time, sometimes there's a way to this madness. And what if these people are just pretending? Because if they were pretending and not being half, because you can be half genuine and half doing this for money, and that's just being a loser. But if you're totally pretending and doing this for money, you're still a loser. But hey, you're committed to being a loser, and there's a way to your madness. So
Watch out for any suspicious activity. I jump them if you spot them. Might be good to follow that dog there.
search the area with the dog for any disturbances. I was following the dog before. Last one, hostile criminals. For keeping them alive. Okay, let's see if we can break up this fight. There we go. Let's see if we can complete it this time around. Alright, the next one is Star Wars: The Skeleton Crew.
Coming to Communist Plus this holiday season. A Disney Star Wars story about a man who's most likely a convicted felon going on an adventure with a bunch of kids.
Well, with all that, it sounds like you've got a pretty big night planned, huh?
And the #1 selling point for this show is that it does not feel like Star Wars.
It's very like Goonies vibes.
Oh, this has Goonies vibes already.
Goonies. I'm feeling Goonie vibes.
Oh, come on. How you not get the E.T. vibes from that?
E.T. Star Wars meets Star
They
Wars.
said E.T. and Goonies, and now they're just kind of repeating.
I'm getting heavy E.T. vibes from this.
The music, like E.T.
Oh, yeah. Indiana Jones vibe, Goonies vibe.
Jesus Christ!
It's the Stranger Things meets Star Wars.
Stranger Things in Spacious.
Stranger Things, Star Wars, Goonies.
Is he a fan of this? Is Star Wars Theory a fan of this? Can we check his dog? He's supposed to be leading me to some people.
What was that, boy?
Finally.
Come on, then, you son of a bitch!
I'm gonna hogtie this loser. Should I leave him here? You can leave him here. Good. Nice. Is Star Wars Theory a fan of this? Walt Disney would despise what the company has become. They're a hive mind. Not only a hive mind, they're evil people who hate the half of the country. They hate the people who have family values. They hate white men. The people who... They basically wanted to get rid of John Lasseter, and they want to get rid of all these men from before who worked at the company, in these studios, in these animation teams, because, and I believe there was like this one instance where I believe one guy got fired, and I think it may have been John Lasseter, and then somebody said, finally we can have a woman lead this place. And that was her response. And she said that out loud. And I'm not sure if it was even about John Lasseter. It might have been about somebody else. Yeah, it was about somebody else. And these are true stories. I got them from Film Threats, who were contacted by several different sources around the time when the Wish movie came out, and it was kind of trendy to talk about it, and they got a lot of traction around their review. And the Disney culture is very hostile. Like, the stuff you think is kind of like too insane to be true, it's real. It's real. People are actually that insane in a work environment, in an everyday life. They've allowed this ideology to take over their minds, like you said, like a hive mind. And it's what's going on? Who's shooting who? Nice, we did it. We saved him. Nice. I think last time we failed this time. To collect your reward. There we go. We did it. Nice. What do you got to say for yourself, buddy? Nothing? Carry victim. Sure, let's take him. Can I walk over him? I can't. Can I carry him? I want to carry him.
Star Wars adventure.
A Goonies-like Star Wars series.
The Goonies in Star Wars. I'm here for that.
And you know what? It's because it's not really Star Wars. It's just something totally different, but in a Star Wars world. So what's the worst that could happen?
I'm not even gonna bring.
Is he being serious or is he being like somewhat sarcastic? Because I think it was Nimbus who called him out. Maybe it may have been somebody else, but one of you said that he's being a hypocrite because he basically called out Star Wars theory for pretending to have issues with these things, while at the same time he says that the Skywalkers is the only Star Wars there is. That's the true Star Wars. Everything else is just wrong. It's not really Star Wars. Star Wars is about Skywalkers, and so that's what he said. I agree with that position, by the way. But if he's fine with this, which this video seems to suggest that he is fine with this, then he is being a very, really, just a hypocrite. Maybe I'll find the full reaction if we don't get what we want out of this one, to get the full context.
To go into what is wrong with that.
But if you dare say anything negative about this series,
Hold on. I guess it's just him giving us the money.
you are bullying children.
I better not see anybody bullying these fucking children. All right, we are not going to have another Jake Lloyd incident in this fandom.
So even the worst of you, I hope to God, please rein yourself in. Even if this is the worst thing you've
This
ever
guy
seen,
looks
you
like
hate it
he's
with fire.
this guy looks like he's a parody. A parody of a fan. Kind of like Movie Bob. Maybe we should watch the Movie Bob videos. Is he still making content? Is he?
Fiery passion. Please leave these child actors out of it.
Do not direct your criticisms or your vitriol or your hatred or any of this bullshit towards these child actors. I am so serious.
Or what are you gonna do to us?
We start off with the child, okay.
Oh my god, look at the kids.
Ah, so cute.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
I said this on Instagram the other day. Some people say we live in this post-truth world, this post-truth era. It's not post-truth era. That's just a stepping stone for the brain rot era, where everything is either in this zone of kawaii autism, which this is it. This is what I was talking about. Let's help this guy. This is kawaii autism, and the other thing was, I forget what the other thing I said was, or this decadent irony. That's what I said. And I very much believe that. Because people are just being nihilistic. And that's kind of like the everything all at once approach. Let's see. Is he going to shoot us? You, buddy. You stop. Let's see. Maybe he's a good guy. Oh no, not you. He's shooting me. Maybe it's not a good idea after all. Let's just kill him. Lasso or get on the horse. Did I kill the guy? Or is he running away? He's getting... No, the horse is getting away. Good. You come with me. And let's watch more of this kawaii autism.
I think what is his name? Neil? So cute.
Go ahead and take a seat.
I'm telling you, a parody.
Yo, that was sick. I love the gog. I love it.
Why? Why?
I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
Oh, no way. That is cool.
God, what a gaggle of soy boys.
I think you need your balls reattached.
Oh! This looks amazing.
Most genuine
Oh my God,
reaction.
yes. Hell yes, dude. This is awesome. All right, cool.
Disappointed!
Oh my gosh! Ah! They really are lost in space.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.
Whoa, dude, that CG was sick.
Oh, it's cute.
No one.
I got chills.
Yo, what the heck? Usher Stavinen, what the heck? What the flip?
Calm the fuck down.
Dude, this is so iconic. I love this.
What the heck? Oh, there he is. Okay, good. I thought he was going to steal him.
Oh my god. Hell yeah. That's sick.
Look! That looked like a lot of fun.
Guys, I think we're up for a cool show here. I think we're up for a really cool show.
I don't think there's much they can mess up in this.
What? No way is that his take. Are you kidding me? So he is defending this show. That's crazy. That's crazy. That was you, Steven. That was you who was you were the one who was saying that he was actually being very inconsistent. Is it, what time is it? Is it still not 7 a.m.? How much longer do I need to stall in this game? That was you who said it. I give up on the theory now. Yeah, he's a lost cause. Like, seriously? That's your take? It's like the least thing, like it's even less Star Wars even than The Acolyte. And you're gonna defend it? Come on now. That's just... I don't know if it's sad, but it's something. Moodcap, let's get back to your comments. The obvious, that's obvious since they're beyond pissed that John Lasseter is still getting work, not just that he runs a computing studio that Disney talent is jumping ship to. Yeah, and like I said, it's probably a different person that I was talking about. Jake Lloyd's mother debunked this argument. Yeah, I mean, the kids were teasing him at school, so that's what happened. It was the kids, not the actual fans. So what is he talking about? He's making up stuff, of course, to make himself look good in Virtue Signal. And he's embarrassing himself, of course.
Oh. A bit more for, the younger audience to enjoy and engage with as well.
I have to ask, is this show actually made for kids?
So let's have a drink.
Or really weird
Ooh.
grown adult men?
Okay, I think a trailer for Skeleton Crew just dropped. Let's check it out.
Good point.
What the fuck?
Good point. Because, I'm sorry to tell you, kids, I chose to have a drink and it doesn't even give me a drink. I chose... Wait, I mixed up my dialogue options. What I wanted to say is, he's right because... what did I want to say? I started talking about drinks and now this is what I'm dealing with. Right. Because kids don't watch Star Wars these days. They don't. No one watches Star Wars these days. It's lame. It's a thing of the past. Nobody likes it. It's over. We don't have to pretend anymore that it's mainstream. It's dead. It's killed. There's nothing there. It's of no value anymore. It's beyond ruined. It should be 7 a.m. now. Come on. Come on, what time is it? Game, tell me. Oh, there's a clock here. It is... It's 7 a.m., isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it's 7:03? Between 7 a.m. There we go. That was odd. Why was it telling me to come back at 7 a.m., but then it was that time? Weird. Anyway.
Governor, Nate Johns. Nate Johns? Why, that no good lying, backstabbing bastard. I'd like to see him horsewhipped. Why you ask, friend? Need to make sure I had the right man. Would you care to take a quick look at a couple photographs of you coming out of a fine place of not much repute? As I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, Nate Johns is a fine, fine man and an even better governor. And I consider it an honor to call him my friend. Wise man.
We got him to... to do whatever to drop his case, I guess. Let's see what he's gonna say about it. Hello, sir. There we go. That was kind of evil. American lobbyist complete. That's insane. See, like, that's my thing with this character. He is so much gray. Like, are we supposed to root for him? I don't think we are. I don't think we are.
Oh, dude. Freaks me the f out.
Let's see what's gonna happen this time around. I thought he was pointing it at us.
What do you want, Marston? My family. I've done what you asked.
No, you haven't. This is the land of opportunity, and I gave you the opportunity to save your family, and you failed. How could I possibly reward you?
Marston, you're a public menace. We should have had you killed.
I wish you had. But since you didn't, where's my family?
Oh, spare me the noble savage fall on the sword tripe, will you, old boy? It's nauseating. You don't wish to be dead. You're an insignificant creature desperately clinging on to life like the rest of the scum in this town. Yeah, I know it's tough. You like that. He's a charming fella. He makes sense. He's like one of those nature writers from back east. Only he takes things a tiny little step too far. Rather than just loving the flowers and the animals and the harmony between man and beast, he shoots people in the head for money and disagreeing with them.
He's a goddamn killer.
Now, I'm not a great intellect, but the metaphysical leap from admiring the flower to shooting a man in the head because he doesn't like the flower is a leap too far. So, I know it's easy. You see, me and Archer, we're the bad guys. We enforce the rules. Now, while the rules may not be perfect, they're really not so bad.
Exactly. What's the alternative?
The I'll tell you what the alternative is. It's not complicated. It's about one man and his gun versus another man. Sure.
See,
Civilization may be dull.
I did tell you guys this. Remember when I did make this prediction that the game was going to be making a case for since this is the last year of the American frontier, they were going to go in the direction where they were basically going to be making a case for the government, at least one side, right? And it is going to make a point, a plot point. I'm not saying that the story itself or the writers agree with this, but I did say that it was going to be a thread, and that there is going to be a side that is going to be pro-government. Remember when they massacred all those people? Maybe you don't, but there was like a scene where one of the bandits groups basically killed off a bunch of people, and like they really just hung them. They were they were stripped of their clothes, and the women that hid basically came out and they're like, you got to go kill these people. You're not helping us. And she was telling this to Marshall of Armadillo, and that's what happened. That's and they said, keep note of this, because what is happening here is that essentially you're seeing this idea of like the cowboy, the marshals, the sheriff. That's no longer going to be what is going to be like the future of America. It's going to be more government intervention, and because they're going to rely more on the safety of, or like the security of the government. So that's what they're going for here. That's what I said even then, and as you can see, they're doing it right now. So again, just something to kind of note. Not only something that I noticed, but it's happening. Just kind of, I'm not only saying this to say, hey, I was right. I'm also saying this to say, yeah, it's coming full circle. This was being set up previously, and also in the opening, which you guys probably remember a lot more. They did mention there was those grandmas on the train talking about how, yeah, sure, the savages are they don't have their land anymore, but at least they're not savages anymore. So that was also at the very beginning too, which was an even more overt and obvious kind of like portrayal that was going to tell you, yeah, this is where the game is going to go. But for that one, maybe you could say, okay, maybe it's going in this other direction. Maybe they just wanted to make her look stupid, and because she's a religious woman, maybe that was the whole thing. It could have been anything. And so later we picked up on the fact that it was about like this government versus the Wild West. What is going to win out in the hearts of and the minds of people? And so far it looks like it is the civilization, the government, the feds that are winning this. And yeah, so let's keep watching.
But the alternative, Mr. Marston, is hell.
And the way you enforce this civilization, this freedom for men to like or not like flowers, or whatever in God's name you were just talking about, is to kidnap a man's wife and son?
This is what I don't like in John Marston. He is creating these, oh, you took my children, you took my wife, and yet he's killed a lot of people. He partook in that sort of revolution, and he's killed a lot of people. And even though he says he's no longer part of the gang, we've played as him. And I will do a part 2 that recaps the events in Mexico. I think you'll see even more egregious acts that he does in those parts of the game. And even now we're seeing it. He's blackmailing people. He's killing some potential innocents. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't like his moral posturing here, It seems inconsistent. Like, who are you to talk? And I hope that this character, who is his antagonist, will bring this up to him, because he has to, right? It's an obvious point that has to be made any saying writer would make that point, would make this character in this situation say that, right? So let's see where this goes.
Well, I know there's contradictions. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, as I said, I'm not a great intellect.
Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe that's why he doesn't mention it.
Army and the bank.
Because he's not going to mention it.
Mr. Vanderlyn to rest ourselves. Will you help us?
Do I have any choice?
Now that you mention it, no.
Then what was that pretty speech in aid of?
Don't rightly know, but it sure felt good saying it.
Shall we, Mr. Marston?
Let's go.
Sure, let's go. Ooh, a Gatling gun. Can we shoot them? What do you guys think? Should we? Should we go for it? What do you guys think? Should we go for it? Let me know. Should we shoot these guys? I think that's a bad idea. So maybe not.
My name is Scotty Holiday. I'm a queer Star Wars creator. Please consider liking,
Oh,
subscribing.
brother.
How about no?
You're offended by showing a threesome to a child. If it was a man and a woman kissing, you wouldn't have turned it. What's the difference?
I have been in
What? What just happened? Did you guys hear this? Let's play. Let's run this back. That's John Roca, by the way. He's definitely losing some IQ points with time.
No.
You're offended by showing a threesome to a child. If it was a man and a woman kissing, you wouldn't have turned it. What's the difference?
I have been in television for
Yeah, what's wrong with polyamory?
24 years, and I have very seldom been at a loss for words.
Thanks for watching, I guess. Please like and subscribe if you
Insane
enjoyed the
take.
video.
Insane take. That's crazy. These are the people we're dealing with here. Just insane. Fog Craligo says don't shoot them. Yeah, I guess I won't. Alright, I think we're going to have one more video for the day. And it's going to be...
Okay, before we even get into anything regarding...
It's going to be the Marvels. It seems kind of out of left field. Right? It's like, what does the Marvels have to do with anything?
Let's see if we can put this to rest once and for all, shall we?
Well, guess what? I want to revisit this movie. Just briefly. And dunk on it. Right? Can skip to destination, so let's skip. Unless... The army is building more of these.
machine of yours seems to be turning a few heads.
Our armed forces have no equal. We have made incredible progress the past few years.
Is that what you
And
call
this
it?
isn't much more than a simple prototype. You should see what they're working on in Virginia. Soon there will be no war we can't win.
Again, civilization.
The army has made camp a little way outside town. They put word out a large cache of ammunition and food is stored there.
Vanderlyn's gang needs constant supplies, so that should be enough to draw him in.
No mistakes.
Look at this outpost.
You hear me, Marston?
I thought you were talking to Fordham.
regarding MCU Shills reacting to the Marvels? What in Jesus Christ's holy name is this?
We're reacting to the
Lord's name in vain. What is this location? Let's take a closer look. Oh yeah, it's just like I said, an outpost.
What's the word, Captain?
We spotted one of Dutch's men about an hour ago. I think he took the bait.
Let's get in position then. Have your men ready to run them down if you have to.
Dismiss! Load weapons and get
This
to
is
the
a movie
sandbag!
that I have been excited to check out. I can't believe.
I guess so.
Do we stay in this or do we? I guess so. Yeah, gonna be shooting a lot now, so let me turn it down.
I believe this even needs to be said in one of my videos, but
Beating off the dog is not appropriate ever. So a lot of people have said that this movie sucks.
I don't think it's gonna suck, and I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna suck either.
Well,
Yeah, the opinion of York Ilk is not going to be very informative. Let's just put it that way.
that's because you're an idiot.
I love the music.
There it is. I love Kamala.
I know I've said this before, but what is with these grown men simping for Kamala?
I just like Kamala's the best, man. She's just such a little cutie.
What
Put
the?
Miss Marvel in the next Spider-Man movie, please and thank you. The two of them would just be rascals together, and it'd be wonderful.
That is the dumbest idea you've ever had, and you have had some doozies.
Blood pressure.
I love her, and I love the actress as well. What's her
Let me tell you, I think I haven't watched the film, but I've seen some of the clips, and it's safe to say that this character, the Kamala character and the actress, if I don't even know what her name is anymore, Ilan Vellani or something, I don't know. Die. She is overacting in a lot of the scenes that I've seen with her. So I think it's just bullcrap. I think it's just a lot of it is just people. Here's the thing, when people don't know what good acting is, they see somebody that's overacting in a movie that's bad, and they think it's amazing. So they end up praising the performance, even though it's just laughably bad. And overacting, it's not acting.
name? Iman? She's great as well.
So for those of you who may not recall, this is the chick that watches the movies ahead of
Ceasefire,
time and then still
because
comes
they're
on
running
and
away.
does fake reactions.
So as I've mentioned, I have already seen this movie. I only watched it that one time though.
10 minutes later.
Oh my god, there's our girl. There's Kate.
So as I've mentioned, I have already seen this movie.
I think they call people like that liars.
Maybe I would have forgotten a lot of what happened here because I was like so ill when I watched this in the cinema. What?
Hey,
Stupid bitch.
it's not nice. Oh, those are our guys.
She's a woman
Sorry,
of action.
right?
She's the Superman of this universe, right?
Basically. Without kryptonite.
That's why nobody like your ass.
Overacting.
Looking freak.
How come this guy's invincible? What the heck?
I would hate for your people to suffocate when I strip the atmosphere.
Yo!
Yo.
Yo. Oh! Oh! Yo!
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 Yo! Yo!
Yo!
Yo! Yo!
Sick. Her powers are so cool.
I will say this fight seems pretty epic looking.
Okay, Kamala. Okay. This movie's still extremely inconsistent with how the power switching works, but it's okay.
Yo!
Sick. Her powers are so cool.
I will say this fight seems pretty epic looking.
Trash music.
Okay,
In a
Kamala.
trash film.
Okay. This movie's still extremely inconsistent with how the power switching works, but it's okay. Hi.
Yeah, that's what people were praising. This sort of behavior where she's just obnoxiously stupid, making like the dumbest noises with her face. And people confuse that, conflate that with an actual personality.
What in the hell was that reaction?
He looks like he tries to make best friends with kids at the park.
Hi.
Oh no.
Sick fuck.
Oh, sick.
Is the Gatling gun really all that necessary here?
That was cool.
That was absolutely terrible.
Monica, you gotta fly.
No.
I mean, I know, technically, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, well, you got to now.
Nah,
I guess it was.
Damn, hats off to her for learning that immediately.
Does the concept of bad writing even exist to some of these people?
How come it's not working? What the heck?
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Did we fail the mission? Apparently not. Apparently that was supposed to happen. Well, dang. You have no choice. I have your children. I have your wife. It's always the same thing. It's like, what if I don't do this thing? Well, we have your wife and your child. Okay, I'll go. And it's kind of just that, essentially.
Don't talk to them.
In some cases, parents who wanted a girl will only approve of the boy when he acts like a girl.
Ooh.
Sometimes there's a
he has like the best clips. He always finds the perfect clips. I don't know how he does this, where he has the perfect clip in mind for every single one. Reaction that's stupid, but it's always a perfect match.
strong female presence where the boy is rewarded, whether overtly or subtly, when he operates out of the feminine.
Valkyrie!
You all right?
Hey! Okay.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hold on, they're saying some stuff. Oh, you guys didn't hear it. Sorry, my bad.
I seen it all right. We'll be lucky to last 5 minutes with this many men.
But you guys probably read the subtitles.
Nate Johns? What's he got to do with any of this?
So you're the one who's gonna kill him?
Dutch? Yep, that's what they keep telling me. But if you feel like doing it, please be my guest.
This is suicide if you ask me.
Well, that's pretty far. Dang.
My scouts have seen that fort of his. I wanted to wait for more men, but them city boys back there weren't having none of it.
And you answer to them?
Unfortunately, it seems that now we do. They said you was in a gang with this Dutch Vanderland.
I was once. A long time ago.
Don't seem like the kind of fella you want to run with. Unless I completely misjudged your character, of course.
When he turned crazy, I left. At least I tried to leave. Till those suits back there came and knocking, threatened to kill my wife and son if I didn't go after them.
Strange times we live in, partner. Strange times.
Oh dang, what did I miss that made Steven give up on Theory? We might have to watch the full clip on its own, because we're just watching clips of it, and I think we might have to... I'm gonna try to find the full video, his full reaction to the Skeleton Crew. Because it's insane. And I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about this. So after the Marvels, we're going to watch that, and that's going to be our last video for the time being, okay?
It's the king! The king is here! So as I've mentioned, I have already seen this movie.
You are fake news.
Oh, and by the way, MCU shippers are just as bad as Disney Star Wars shippers.
They're girlfriends. I'm right.
Thank you again. Always.
No kiss!
Ship.
By the way, this is actually confirmed in a deleted scene, which it's deleted, therefore it's not really true, but it's still being insinuated here. And I think she kisses her hand. So yes, this ship has taken off, and it's real. Carol and Valkyrie, the two lesbians. Isn't that crazy? Every single time they try to show a strong female character, they have to turn her into a lesbian. Something to think about. Wonder Woman, Carol, Harley Quinn.
Thank you again.
Are they best buds?
Always.
Butt buddies.
They are so girlfriends. The energy is undeniable.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that so I can be sane for the rest of the remainder of my life.
Ooh, that was clean.
This is a cool way to have practice like this.
God.
Remember when Kevin Feige said that essentially this movie, The Marvels, was going to be their version of it's going to be that the Avengers Assemble moment from the original film. Remember when he said that? He said it was going to be just like that movie, that scene.
Fucking Blind Wave, and I have people in my comment section defending these idiots, telling me to leave Blind Wave alone.
Leave him alone!
And stop calling them shills. Multiple people have told me Blind Wave are not shills, yet here they are cheerleading for the worst MCU movie of all time and one of the worst scenes in all of the MCU.
I can't believe this is an actual part of the film.
She's a Disney princess!
She is a Disney princess!
I rest my case. Smash the like button if you agree. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so right now.
I'd appreciate it. I really would.
Carol, what is happening? Their language is song.
What the hell is going on in this clip? Is there just a random hooker in the back doing God knows what?
Most of them won't understand you unless you sing. Come on.
So before we get to that annoying part, let's make sure
It's a funny business. Army, government men, criminals.
we get what they say.
Look at this. Snow. We must be getting up high now.
Oh, look at the environment.
Too many hands on the tiller if you ask me.
It's beautiful. Is this like a final section of the game? Because we're kind of getting into the thick of it and it's far away. It makes me think like we're almost getting into the end of the game, which is concerning because I was not planning for that. Hopefully it's not.
Boy, my hell, Jay's heaven. Oh, it's
So he just has me put the vibrator up his ass.
What the hell?
What
right
the
in the sweet
heck?
spot for old Jaybird, baby.
Damn, Lord.
Oh, that dress is killer. Holy shit.
Let's see if we can be faster.
There's our outfits!
Yo! You man got yeeted. Oh, that's ace. That was an ace. That was ace. 10 out of 10.
Oh crap.
You're a stupid dumbass.
You're forgetting something.
What? Me?
Pew pew! Nice. Come on, team, let's do this.
Tom Hiddleston's wife is just not the best
Girl
looking
power.
Your parents must be fucking
villain.
so proud.
Oh, that's on her face.
Not go faster than you can move.
Oh Oh god, that's how she gets it. I was like, was I wrong? Does she not get the bangle? Of course she does.
Yeah, you know why? Because you've seen the fucking movie before.
You fucking stupid bitch.
And then strong female villain dies, and literally no one cares. Moving on.
These bangles travel through space and time to find me.
Yeah, they did. Oh, I got chills.
Higher, further, faster.
You got a lot of problems, don't you?
We lost Monica. She got stuck on the other side.
No.
Oh, no, anyway.
We just got her. No.
Nobody
No.
cares
She's
about
gotta
them.
lead the Avengers.
Well, breaking news, Monica Rambeau is leading the Avengers against Doctor Doom, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't see it happening.
Pizza delivery.
We got Steven. I like Thor the Dark World more every year because as bad as it was, they had Thor moving toward being a leader and descent in a decent Loki. Instead, Valkyrie becomes leader of Asgard. I think the Dark World is better than people most give it credit for. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in that film. Of course, most of it is just like aesthetic and the cool ideas and the cool grenades and all that stuff. But it had actual stakes and it had serious moments that were actually earned. And I think, Far Cry Lego thinks Thor 2 is the best Thor film. You know what? I don't even disagree with that. I understand where everyone else is coming from. I think the third act does sort of ruin everything, and I do think that generally the film is lacking for a multitude of reasons, right? Hoske, did you watch the new Borderlands movie? No way, I don't watch awful video game movies because I didn't even play the awful video game with millennial humor. Since you're wondering, watch you be a fan of that and just me being totally clueless of what I'm talking about. But yeah, Far Cry Lego says he skipped Borderlands. Steven, Captain Marvel has 0 personality, so I don't know why anyone would fall in love with her unless it's a scenario where it's a blank slate character like in Twilight, so women can put themselves in her shoes. Well, think of it this way. Blank face Tessa Thompson falls in love with blank face Brie Larson. Makes sense. Far Cry. Looks like we are near the halfway point. Oh! Or the ending, says Far Cry Lego. Okay, so you don't know? Who TF drinks out of a cup like that? Thor 2 is the best Thor film, says Far Cry, since at least it tried to be serious. Nimbus, the only terrible part of Dark World was the final fight for me. I think it had multiple things that I didn't like. The forced comedy was like, stop it. And that was throughout the film. But I think it was the whole film was just more watchable than anything we're getting nowadays. And I'm gonna skip the new Alien film, says Far Cry. Oh really? Why? I thought that the new Alien film might be bearable this time around, since it's got a new director. So let us know. I'm gonna watch Spidey 3 in the cinema instead on that day. Oh yeah, that's a better alternative. I agree.
No, it is!
I'm putting together a team, and I want you on it.
Kid Avengers!
Oh, sweet Jesus! Yes! Never say
Oh no.
We were hoping you could tell us.
Hang on, this is gonna be bad.
Beast? I thought so!
What the?
You are now in a reality parallel to your own.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Extremely fake CGI for the Beast.
Have you ever been walking down the street with your best bro, and while you're walking you accidentally touch hands? You think to yourself, that was weird, but I'm not gay. You are. You are gay.
This movie was a good time. Like, I really don't get all the hate for it. It's not without its issues, but the good far outweighs the bad here.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.
I want to show you guys a sequence from the Marvels. Let's see. I want to show you guys the sound is going to be from a movie theater, but I want to show you that sequence just for a sec. It might take a while. So yeah, I'll just... Oh no, it's not working. Hold on. Okay, in that case, I'll just... Maybe I'll skip that till the end. There we go. So, yeah, I'm just gonna... So here is Monica. Post-credit scene is Monica in this new universe, I guess you could say. And what then essentially happens to her is that she notices her mom, who just has Lashana Lynch, I think that's the name of the actress, just extremely unattractive and difficult to look at, I would say. And so this is what she's gonna... This is her reaction, since you remember Monica, her mother died. She got dusted off, so this is a big deal for her. But pay attention to the performance of... I forget her name. But the girl who's playing Monica, just listen to the performance.
I'm so sorry.
What is she doing?
She seemed a little disoriented. Where are we? What happened?
I'm gonna play that back. It sounds so ridiculous.
I've missed you so much. Miss me. I'm so sorry.
How's our mysterious visitor?
She seemed a little disoriented. Where are we? What happened?
So yeah, that's the post-credit scene. Incredible acting, incredible performance. All right, let's see this cutscene. Here we go. So that's us too. So here is the skeleton crew reaction from Star Wars. And be careful for the sound again. So I'm going to drop the file in 3. Watch your audio. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's not that bad. Good. Okay, and let's get the other thing. Okay.
TheorySabers.com.
Hold on. What's he gonna say? We're gonna get his full take. Let's give him some benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's gonna be very mean to it. Let's see.
What's up, guys? So, we've got the Skeleton Crew trailer, finally, and we have a new LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy with Darth Jar Jar trailer as well. So, we're going to go ahead and watch the trailer for the Skeleton Crew, and I'm going to give my thoughts on it, and I'll probably host a live stream later in the day and see what the chat thinks about it too. But, yeah, let's go ahead and check this out.
Steven, hold on. Nimbus says we have to wait until the random TikTok wave of people saying the dark world actually wasn't all that bad for people to come around to the idea. You know how I feel about the Marvel, says Far Cry Lego. Nimbus, what's the bet that if you asked these people if they think Spider-Man 3 was good or not, they could remember that far back that they say bad automatically with vague answers. Compared to the Shield reactions here. I'm not sure if I understand the question. Let me read it again. What's the bet that if you asked these people if they think Spider-Man 3 was good or not, if they could remember that far back, that they'd say bad automatically with vague answers? Would they say it's bad or good? I would say that they would say it's good. That's my bet. Actually, I don't know. Maybe they'd just say it's bad. Tough one. I'm going to lean more towards good. Mainly because everything is good to them. And if they shill for stuff like the Marvels, then they have to be then at least lenient on Spider-Man 3. Far Cry says, not gonna lie, I like Spidey 3. As do I. Steven, one guy said it was better than Ragnarok back when Love and Thunder came out, and he was mostly on his own. Bad acting, but the kind that women love because her dialogue isn't fluent. Yeah, that's always what happens in movies when the actors don't know what they're about to say. They either just stall, and yeah, I guess it's just stalling all of it. But the way they do it is they either have the characters scream, or they have them repeat the same phrase that they just said. And sometimes it's a combination of both. So yeah, let's see what Star Wars. Just pay attention to that every time you see characters repeat the same phrase that they just said, the same line. You know, when they're angry, for example, and they're playing off of each other. Just pay attention if they're repeating themselves a lot, and if they're screaming. That's an indicator that they have no idea what to do, and the direction is pretty bad. Okay, let's listen to Star Wars Theory. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt here.
Tomorrow's test will set the course of your entire future.
Don't you ever want to do anything exciting? Like what? What if we could go anywhere we want in the whole galaxy? A real adventure. No
Bro.
more pretend. I found something buried in the woods. What do you think it is?
He's not saying anything.
Jedi Temple.
Worst reaction ever.
Bro, this is Stranger
Be
Things,
careful where you step.
Star Wars, Goonies.
So it's bad, right?
Hell
'Cause it's not
yes,
Star
dude. This is
Wars?
awesome. All
What?
right, cool. All right.
No
okay.
way.
Okay.
This is awesome.
Tis dangerous out there in space. Trust no one.
All right.
No way.
You're a Jedi.
All right, chat. I'm on board. Nah. Look, this is like some totally new, original, freaking, looks like from the 80s. Bunch of kids on an adventure. They're lost in space. I mean, dude, sign me up. This is like just what I grew up with, essentially. This is like, take me back to the 80s kind of thing. I wasn't born in the 80s. I was born in the 90s, 1990. But there was still that heavy influence that flew in. And this, many times I've been excited for a trailer. But look, there's nothing they can really, I always say this, and I don't think there's much they can mess up in this.
So he's just a fan of it because he grew up with this sort of stuff. Seriously, that's it. Like, okay, I guess you can be subjective about it, but are you going to own the fact that it's just you being extremely biased and being totally unfair? Or are you just... Because you're saying they can't screw it up, but this is less faithful than The Acolyte. So how are you going to cope with that? You literally have Star Wars suburbs. Like, I don't even know what to say here. I do. Oh gosh. I'm dead. That's what I wanted to say.
It's all original new characters. It's something completely different, and it's following a bunch of kids on...
I'm not giving him too much credit. I'm saying he's totally wrong, and it's fine to be subjective, but he's totally out of it. I mean, he's like totally... Oh, we're here back again? Oh, that's lame. Let me take off these headphones in that case, because it's distracting me too much stuff, too much noise. Take a seat. You're giving him too much credit. Not gonna lie, I like Spidey 3. No, I'm saying that he's definitely in the wrong. Like, I think one of you said it. He said that Star Wars is not about this, is only about Skywalkers. So now he is literally contradicting what he said before. Hold on, this is too loud. He's contradicting himself, right? So it's not making much sense at all. And it's difficult sometimes to understand where a person is coming from when they are being this inconsistent, right? So you don't even know what they're about, even though he's been criticizing the Acolyte for the longest time. And this is the same problem with people like, I'm gonna say it's also a problem with people like the Critical Drinker, who are very not specific about the things that they like, even though it runs in contradiction to what they like, to their tastes, supposed ones. Like, they present themselves to be fair critics, but then once it comes to like these certain exceptions, suddenly they're just willing to play ball with the studios. And it's like, okay, but why? Even though it might be even worse, it is oftentimes, like Spider-Man No Way Home, Wolverine, and Deadpool, it is usually the worst of the MCU, and this is what you're offering, and yet you're defending it, even though it's worse than something like, I don't know, all of it is pretty bad right now. I was gonna say worse than Shang-Chi, but I guess maybe it is worse than Shang-Chi. I would say, how is it that my guns doesn't work like that? Whatever. That's a lot of them. I do think it might be worse than Shang-Chi. So, like, for example, that, right? How can you criticize Shang-Chi, or Shang-Chi, sorry, Sean, but at the same time defend Spider-Man No Way Home? And you're not going to provide us with an explanation. It's like that sort of contradiction is totally lost on you. It's like you don't see it at all. And that's concerning. That's very concerning. So I still think he's that sort of person right now. I'm just saying, generally speaking, it's fine to have like purely subjective takes. It's fine. But just acknowledge it too. Because he's saying, sure, he's saying that he grew up with these movies when he was a kid. But still, you can still have that be the case and the film still be bad. And it looks like it's just awful. Why is this in Star Wars? This is breaking so many rules and laws, and everything you said before is totally inconsistent now. How far are we from this location? We're pretty close. I guess we're not pretty close, never mind.
On a whole slew of different adventures, and they come in contact with someone that can use the Force. I'm not going to say he's a Jedi because we don't know yet, and I don't want to assume, but I don't want
He's probably gonna be evil.
his affinity. He might be a Jedi, he might be a Sith, he might be a just a Force user.
A
Maybe dude
evil
who
Jedi, how about
never
that?
even became a Jedi, but has some Force abilities. Who knows? But hey, this looks fun. I am stoked for this. I think this will be something enjoyable.
You're stoked for this? I don't even use the Gatling gun. I don't think it even looks like it's for you, if I'm to be honest. That's the crazy part. It's not even like I don't want to be that person who says it's not for you, but it literally is. Like, it's not even. I don't even mean this from like a age perspective, which that's definitely one approach. But just from like a fandom perspective, this is not serving you as a Star Wars fan. There's nothing Star Wars about this.
I think it'll be something lighthearted, and it'll be something that brings out the kid in all of us. So I'm a big fan of Pixar. Like I love, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., all those.
What does that have to do with Star Wars?
Takes me back to E.T., The Goonies, well, Stranger Things, but first season. A little bit of Pennywise. It's a little spooky, little like, oh, what are we gonna find? Hey, cool, man, this looks fun. Looks intriguing. I'm interested. I'm not thinking this is trash. So, and I know Jon Favreau also did another movie like this. What was it called? Baldur's Gate or something? No, that's a game. Jesus. Zathura. Was it Zathura? Space Adventure. I think it was Zathura, right? Yeah.
But why is it Star Wars?
So this reminds me a ton of that. If you haven't seen that movie, go check it out. It's pretty fun. I love movies where you just kind of go back to being a kid. I think those are the best. And they're also great for kids too. So it's like it's a win-win for the studio. Parents want to see it. Kids want to see it. It's
I'm telling you, he's just pretending to be like this fairy guy now. I'm not always a hater. I hate that approach. It's you know what? Sometimes you just gotta be a hater. And pretending to be not a hater when you should be is just being a lost cause. It's kind of on the way of becoming a fence sitter. It's as good as being a fence sitter. It's just pointless. Steven. He's saying that because he doesn't want to be too negative. Exactly, that's what I just said. Same minds. He's really trying to show that, yeah, I can be a Star Wars fan to his Star Wars fans who probably could like everything else. And I think even they would probably question the stuff he's done. I mean, they would question this show. But he's just, he's just covering himself. Covering his ground.
The wounded. They'll plant charges at the gate. You and I'll provide the cover fire. This is it, man. Let's get...
All right, let's send me out to the premiere. Okay. All right, Disney. No hard feelings about the Acolyte, okay? This show was a convoluted mess. This episode was the biggest mockery of what George created.
Are you kidding me? A mockery of what George Lucas created, and then you proceed to praise this. Maybe it's like because I do understand like the perspective that, okay, it's more out there than the Acolyte. So here's my perspective. I kind of relate to this in this manner. However, there's more to it, but I'll kind of lay the groundwork. Spider-Man, No Way Home, Spider-Man, Far From Home, and Spider-Man, Homecoming. I would say that, and then like compare that to The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Which one, Spider-Man 2 versus Tom Holland, which one of those two films is more, let's say, accurate or more representative of the Spider-Man mythos? Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the 2014 film, or the Tom Holland films? The obvious answer here is yes. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is more representative of what Spider-Man is supposed to be about, and the mythos and all that stuff, than the Tom Holland films. So I'm gonna take No Way Home out of this because I'm just hate that movie with a passion, and it might be as bad as The Amazing Spider-Man 2, mainly for similar reasons. But I would say that yes, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is worse than Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, because at least those movies don't pretend to be about Spider-Man. And so therefore you have something like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 that is closer, that appears to be closer to Spider-Man, but it insults the essence of that in a way that is more, in a way that's worse. Because if you take something that was and you try to make it accurate and then you end up destroying it completely, you give people you end up destroying people's like conception of what something is, and then the fans of this bad stuff end up thinking that it is what Spider-Man is about. And so that's my problem with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, is just so bad that certain people also think that Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, excuse me, is like a good adaptation of the character. Sure, it had a bad plot, sure it had bad villains, but at least it was Spider-Man. That's what they'll say. Even though it was a disastrous portrayal of that, and in a way, yes, it became a mockery of it. So I can see that being the case here, where it's like, okay, the Acolyte uses all these aspects like the Force, the Jedi, the Sith, the history of all that. It takes the familiar things and basically writes them in a way that turns them into a unintentional mockery. Whereas this show doesn't do that because it's so distant from the Star Wars identity that it's just it doesn't have the opportunity to do that as much as the Acolyte did. It's kind of like it's like perverting things versus, well, this is still a perversion, so make no mistake. But one tries to sell itself off as a faithful adaptation, whereas the other one is just more out there and it's different. And even though it's clearly wrong, it's definitely bad. We got some hot takes, or I guess I had a hot take, and I see some responses, so let's read them. If you see Ahsoka reaction, you would have been happy with the series if they revived them all, but they didn't, as if that's the problem the series has. I kind of understand that perspective too, because when you're like a fan of something, like for example Hal Jordan, he always gets the short end of the stick, let's say. Or a lot of characters just get mistreated in media. Spider-Man, perfect example. Peter Parker, the only Spider-Man, of course. But he gets mistreated so much that you just hate to see it because it becomes a parody at a certain point. So even though, you know, they might find a way to have it make sense from a story perspective, at a certain point it becomes ridiculous. The thing with Star Wars theory here, though, if you wanted to see Maul revived, I'm gonna die again. Who's shooting me? This guy is shooting me. I should just start shooting without remorse, because this is what happens to me. This guy is he just wants the character to come back because he wants his fan fiction to become reality, I guess. I don't know. It's not comparable, I would say. It's not.
Keep them covered now, Marston. Up top!
Can you guys even hear me? Because that's pretty loud from the game. Get him. There we go. Now let's read the other comments. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is more true than Iron Biatch Jr. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. And that's, I would compare it to the Acolytes. And then if I had to. I know it's not really Star Wars, but if the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the Acolyte, then this would be, then Tom Holland would essentially be. Oh, he was shooting me, and I can't even get back. Interesting. Just make sure he's dead. And Tom Holland is essentially the skeleton crew. Who else? It's him again. I thought I killed you. What? Oh, there's more of you. Okay. I see. The jig is up, jokers. I need to heal. Dang.
Looks like it's me and you, John.
That's Dutch.
You should have stayed at home.
Is this a boss fight? Why am I hiding? Let's see. I got Far From Home, a good movie, as the worst Spider-Man film. What? Hold on. I got Far From Home, a good movie, as the worst Spider-Man film. Are you calling it a good film? Far From Home, Homecoming, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and No Way Home are my worst Spider-Man movies, with Far From Home, a good movie, being the worst. You think Far From Home is a good movie? I would never call it a good movie. But I do think it's got more redeeming qualities than The Amazing Spider-Man 2. For one, I think the plot makes a lot more sense, and it's not pretending to be something it's not.
They got my family. Your family? Abigail was any man's wife, John.
Dang. No. Don't hide here. There we go.
You're weak. You always were. You never had the stomach
Dang.
for what? You got no idea what you're killing for.
Dang.
Could see what I could see, John. You were too scared.
He is just throwing shade, and I need to hide.
Never get me to surrender. You better kill
Do I have a grenade?
if that's how it's gotta be. Well, come and get it then. Come closer. I got a surprise for you. There's no more surprises. It ends here.
Thought this was an explosion box. Ooh. Nice. Oh no! What the heck, game? Why do you put me out here? Yeah, that's odd to call Far From Home a good movie, but it's still bad because it's still not Spider-Man. And it's still got some ridiculous moments, and the MJ thing is just stupid with the way she finds out because she obviously has to. And then, let's see. Nimbus Nod put Far From Home below The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It tried hammering in the idea that Peter was lost without Iron Man. Now he pawned off, how he pawned off the responsibility of the weapons Tony left him onto a stranger. Yeah, that was insane. That's why it's a bad movie. But I still think The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is worse because that was also in Homecoming. That whole thing where it's like, I rely on Iron Man and I have to learn to be my own hero. And then in this film, he's still doing the same thing. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 did not have Peter acting like Iron Boy Jr. Yes, that's been well established. That's, if we're kind of comparing stuff, yes, The Acolyte is The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then Skeleton Crew would be Tom Holland. So it's two different characters. And that's why I think that's what makes it even worse. It's like, what's worse, The Acolyte or The Last Jedi? Maybe that's a better comparison. The Last Jedi versus Skeleton Crew. And I think you actually made this argument too, Far Cry Lego. The Last Jedi, I think you said it was worse, right? And I would say, yeah, it started this thing, and it was trying to use Star Wars, the identity of Star Wars, to basically flip it. And that was actually a literal parody of the brand. And I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was an unintentional parody of the brand. Whereas the Skeleton Crew it's kind of like its own thing that is a perversion, of course, but it's not trying to subvert anything to the same lengths that The Last Jedi did, and that's how I would kind of compare Far From Home and Homecoming to The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because I do think that No Way Home does attempt to subvert Spider-Man as well, the same way that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 does. And I think there's something even far more dangerous about like these subtle attempts at subversion, and I know subtle doesn't really work for something like The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because there's nothing subtle about those films, about The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so, but you get what I mean. Steven agrees, but Far From Home wasn't really entertaining either, in my opinion. Marvel short changes Peter so much that fans think him suffering is his character. Yes, such a good point. Stephen goes on to say, anytime a hero doesn't get the girl, or his story ends with suffering, they call it Spider-Man. Yep. Nimbus. Far From Home also gave us Peter swinging across Europe before he even hit NYC, as in CBD. Right after his last film hammered in that he wanted to remain a street-level hero. Yeah, but that, again, goes back to the idea that it just didn't want to necessarily want to play with those toys, that idea, those visuals. It wasn't trying to be faithful, per se, aside from maybe like a thematic standpoint. But even then, I don't think it's trying to be that. I think it's too connected to Iron Man. Nimbus, a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, I guess they did co-opt to that phrase to mean whatever it wanted to mean. But still, like the actual execution was Far From Home, Far From Spider-Man, really. Far Cry Lego, more reasons why I don't call him Spotty and Iron Biatch Jr. instead. Nimbus, I guess that's an Infinity War, an endgame problem though, since he shot out into space and fought Thanos before that too. Steven, I'm calling Far From Home a good movie because it is one of the worst and most pointless movies I watched. So you find joy from the bad stuff? You call it good because that's what it was? I've rarely seen a movie celebrate mediocrity like that snooze fest. So it's kind of ironically. The joke about Peter being clueless about pop culture prior to the 2000s is also is also stupid as hell in the MCU across all the films he's in. Clueless about pop culture. I'm trying to think if he was clueless. Stop doing that, yeah. Actually, oh, that's not a good place to stand.
Your savage utopia? Up here in the mountains? You wouldn't understand. It's all in your head, Dutch. That's what drove you insane.
There we go, he's gonna die now.
Son of a bitch. God damn it.
Did he have issues with pop culture? Wasn't that Captain America's thing where he didn't know what he was doing in terms of which way, this way? The pop culture. Oh no. Oh yes. Let's go. No, don't slide down. Dang it. What are you doing? Oh, I guess you just have to hold up. Okay, I thought you also had to press square. Here we go. The big face off. Hold on, let me just give the game some priority for a sec, because this is going to be big. we'll come back to that clown. The joke about Peter being clueless about pop culture. Was that a thing? I guess so. But he did make a joke about The Empire Strikes Back, right? In the Far Cry Lego he says The Last Jedi is worse. It was the start of a true death of Star Wars. Force Awakens was bad, but Last Jedi was the true beginning of the end. Yeah. Nimbus, Homecoming at least gave us Peter going after Vulture with only his homemade suit in the final act, sacrificing things in his personal life to stop the villain. And we had Tony and Happy involved. Sure, in Far From Home you had, let's see if I can force something out of this. Far From Home had Peter, I don't even remember him finding his own voice and taking down Mysterio with the sheer skill of his spider sense, where he becomes himself. I'm telling you, it's like the same thing as the first film. He's using his body senses, his Peter Tingle, and he is taking on the responsibility of owning those glasses. Did he still have them? Did he break them at the end of the film? What happened to those glasses? Do you guys remember? Sir Diesel, he made the joke about Empire being that old movie in Civil War. Yeah, but that was directed at the Avengers. He's like, hey, do you guys know that old movie? Because he knew the movie, of course. Or did he? Maybe he didn't. Dang. I guess he didn't. Yeah, it's cringe. But maybe they were talking about some other film and they didn't want to use Star Wars in the name to be obvious about it. I don't know. And I think he made an alien reference in Infinity War. He did, yes. So yeah, he knows pop culture. And I think he responded to Star-Lord's Footloose comment in some way. He said it's not the greatest film of all time. That's what he told Peter Quill. So yeah, he knows his pop culture before the 2000s. But he had a Lego Death Star, so he must have known what Star Wars was. Yeah, that's true. So he definitely knows what Star Wars was. So yeah, that was probably directed at the Avengers, saying, "Hey, it's that one movie." I don't know. That's just how they phrased it. Wasn't the best way to phrase it. Nimbus, Far From Home, when he's on the plane making his new suit and Happy turns on AC/DC, reminiscent of Iron Man, and Peter calls out something about him liking Led Zeppelin. I mean, yeah, that's just stupid, but at the same time, Homecoming has those exact issues. It's not like, oh, it's like you're like Iron Man, but it's him trying to be Iron Man and him learning that, okay, I gotta be my own hero. That's just a stupid storyline. Him having some connection or him having similarities to Tony Stark, liking the same music and using the same technology. Yeah, it's stupid, but at least I would take that over him needing to learn the fact that he doesn't need Iron Man, right? Having certain similar qualities to Iron Man, which I guess checks out too. So it's not like the worst thing of all time, but it is over dependent on Iron Man. So that's the problem there. It's not that he listens to the same music or he uses his technology. It's that's what this character is. He's just Iron Man's little boy. And then that started with Homecoming. Again, that's where that came from. And as you can see, it got continued in the other films. Anyway, let's find this guy now. Let's find him. Uh-oh. Coal mine. We don't have a lot of help, do we? Where is he? Get back over here. You're just like me. The classic old villain line. I'm nothing like you. That's right. Tell him. Faster, faster, faster. Higher, faster. Further, baby. Baby. Nimbus. He also tries to describe Alien when he's talking to Tony in Strange Space about facehuggers, but can't describe it properly since he has zero clue. I don't think he has zero clue. I think it's just him being awkward, probably. I'd have to rewatch that scene. But I think he knows. I think it's just the movie's trying to be quirky and funny. I think that's what it really comes down to. Quoting Captain Marvel, shame. I was being ironic, okay? Calm down. I was being ironic.
That's where you're wrong.
But yeah, I forgot what Star Wars Theory was talking about. So maybe we should bring him back up.
I'll see you in the next.
Oh yeah, that he has no issues with it. Oh right, and how like I remember, okay. So yeah, it's still a problem though. Cause I think sure you can hate the Acolyte more, but still this is still pretty bad. Like you don't see me defending Far From Home saying, or like I guess I can make arguments for it in its favor, but you don't see me calling it a good movie, right? I'm not saying it's a good movie. This guy is saying this could be good. He's saying this is a good direction for Star Wars. Which one of you guys said that he said that anything that's not about Skywalkers is not Star Wars, and yet here he is saying something else completely. Is he gonna kill himself? Dude, don't jump. I gotta bring you in. Or not. Or not. I just gotta kill you.
We gotta stop meeting like this. Sure. I got a plan, John. You always got a plan, Dutch. This is a good one. I don't doubt it. We can't always fight nature, John. We can't fight change. Can't fight gravity. We can't fight nothing. My whole life.
They're gonna pull off the Voldemort move and Harry Potter move from Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I can't give up, neither. I can't fight my own nature. That's a paradox, John. You see? Then I have to shoot you. When I'm gone,
Shoot yourself.
they'll just find another monster.
Exactly.
They have to. Because they have to justify.
At the same time, John Marston is also that guy.
Our time has passed, John.
I'm told you guys. He's talking about the cowboy era. Dang. He is, I am telling you guys, that's what this is. Like, I've called it since part 3, probably. He killed himself.
Dead, Ross. Sure. Can I see your gun?
He can lick it. Whoa. Okay, that looked weird. Was that so hard?
Trust me. It looks better in the report that way. Where's my family? Your wife was killed in a prison riot last week. I'm only joking, dear boy. They were sent back
Bad
to
joke.
that Scrabble ranch of yours in Beecher's Hope. They're quite safe and sound. They better be.
Thank you, Mr. Marston, for everything.
That's it?
Wasn't easy for you, but
That's it?
you've done your country proud.
on, John. Try to stay out of trouble. Come on, Archer. Let's go find somebody else we can annoy.
Where are we off to now, huh? Head to see your family. What? We got some music. Oh, dang, we got some music. I don't know which way to go. Let's just follow the trail. Awesome. Because last time we missed the song. So let's just listen to this. Far Cry Lego says there's more to do. Yeah, you are at the end. What? You are at the end of the game. Seriously? It doesn't feel like it. Will you get hit for the music? Good question. Let's kind of tone it down now. For a sec. I'll bring it back for you guys. Is this it? I guess it is. And the music is gone. No way, says... Hold on, what are you guys saying? We're here, apparently. We're here, guys. We're here. Which we didn't get to finish some of these missions. But let's see what you guys are saying. There's still more to do. We're at the end of the game. Nimbus says, no way, what? No way home? Once you see your family, then you'll know about the final bit. There's an epilogue chapter. Is that it? Beatrice's home. Right, let's see them. Let's see them babies. For my baby. Let's see what happens, guys. This is it. This is it. I think.
Abigail! Jack!
She's dead.
Anyone here? Anyone home? Oh, darling. I never thought I'd see this day again.
You no good hillbilly piece of
What
shit.
the heck?
I thought you was dead. I thought you was dead, John, huh? Where you been? Where you been?
You know where I've been, darling.
The heck?
Oh.
You saw Dutch, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw him.
And Bill?
After what we did for
I
you?
saw him too.
And you didn't go back to him?
I left that life. Just as you left yours. How'd they treat you?
Oh, I can take care of myself, John. One guard got funny on me one time, but I wasn't so ladylike and he didn't try it again. Nor no one else.
How's the boy?
Oh, like you. And like me. Well, he's like a kid growing up without a father.
That ain't fair.
What is fair?
Well, some trees flourish, others die. Some cattle grow strong, others are taken by wolves. Some men are born rich enough and dumb enough to enjoy their lives. Ain't nothing fair, you know that.
We tried to change. I mean, ain't that what you're supposed to do?
We did change. And it's over now. Jack! Jack, come here, boy.
Hello, sir.
That's him. Show me his face.
Coyotes ate all the chickens and poachers took the cattle. I tried, Father. I tried.
I know you did, son. I know.
And don't you go blaming me, boy. Don't you go blaming me.
I ain't blaming no one, old man, but since you're still alive, There's 4 mouths to feed. And no cattle.
That's a nice way to greet somebody.
Ew.
Why don't I get the warm and tender embrace?
Consider the fact I ain't put a bullet in you, your embrace, old man. You were supposed to look after the place.
I did. Well, I did my best. Thing is, there was too many of them. I thought you was dead. I wasn't drinking.
Hold your excuses until you figured out which one to use. Jack, go get your bags packed, boy. We got work to do. We leave in the morning. Go on.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
Okay.
Well, it's getting kind of dark now, but in the morning we've got to go get ourselves some more cattle.
I wonder how much more there's left to this game.
Friends at McFarland's ranch. It's over in Hinnigan's stead. Who can sell us some? Now, Abigail.
Cause I don't know if I wanna.
Yeah.
If it's like.
Didn't I say, rather than some prison, they actually kept me incarcerated in a cooking school for young ladies.
You'll find out soon. Okay, because it seems like there's more to this game, like a lot more. And so when you said epilogue, I'm not sensing it, weirdly enough. You'll find out soon. By the way, we had Hosky on Twitch asking what is an example of good, and then an example of phenomenal CGI. And I can answer that, no problem. This wife is so ungrateful. Like, what does she think? Like, we didn't just risk our entire lives for this? Accompany Jack. Jack, where are you? Phenomenal CGI is Balrog from Lord of the Rings. I would say good CGI is also like Gollum. Of course, and maybe even phenomenal, but you know, you can definitely see it's aged a little bit, of course, so I guess maybe in that sense it's just good. Of course it's good from like a technical perspective. A phenomenal, I would say, Davy Jones. Like there's no second thought about the fact that it's just an incredibly sophisticated design for a character. Davy Jones is like just one of the most iconic CGI characters brought to life.
How do you know these ranchers? I met them while I was away. The McFarlands are good people. We
I'm going the wrong way.
Trust right now.
The sunset, everyone.
I was sick and they looked after me.
Sick how?
You sure got a lot of questions.
I don't often get a chance to ask them. Was it a gentleman's complaint? What do they call it? The morning drip?
Good God, boy, no! Where do you
What else I was gonna say? Avatar films have good and phenomenal CGI, of course.
No, I just got weak for a while.
At least the first one that I saw. I assume the second one too. He's kind of explaining everything to him, huh? Is he doing a recap too? See, I wanted to do a...
What? Where were you all that time? Where'd you go?
What'd your mother tell you?
She said it was some kind of important government business.
That's about right. Some
Yeah.
people thought I owed them some favor.
Why did they take us away?
They thought it wasn't safe for you here by yourself. Those men harm you?
No, they're okay. Some of them even told me stories. I think I'd like to be a government man one day. Or a politician.
I'd rather you chose an honest profession.
Like a cowboy.
You mean?
I know I ain't been the best father, Jack. I made some bad choices. But all that life, it's over now.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Sick how? He was sickening. Wait, what are you guys talking about? T1000 from T2, exactly. That was good. Is great CGI aged? I definitely don't see that. Yeah, I would say like it just looks more computer generated, right? That's what I mean.
I kept hearing people say their names. That's all.
Yeah, I caught up with Bill and Dutch. We had some old business needed settling.
It's kind of crazy that we're near the end now.
Gone, son. We won't be seeing them again.
They're angry at you.
What about?
Look out!
No, you look out. You got in my way. What about that the other guy that got away? I forget his name.
You ready to learn about herding cattle?
I've never seen you hurt anything, Pop. Apart from the odd pack of drugs.
The McFarlands were good to me, and I helped them out in return.
We're near.
I learned a few things along the way. Wait till you see that
Careful.
ranch. What ours will be one day.
I read in the newspaper that ranch
There we
is
go.
dead. Soon it'll just be factories and businesses around here.
John Marston. There's a face I thought I'd never see again. Some of our public servants in Blackwater sent you back on another homicidal errand to protect and save us from Lord only knows what.
Thankfully not, sir. I was hoping you might still be able to sell me some cattle.
My boy, it would be a pleasure. Bonnie's out to corral now. She'll be more than happy to help you.
We gotta find her now.
Take care now, Mr. McFarland. Good luck.
Bye to Bonnie. Fine. So yeah, from like a computer perspective, computer graphics perspective. Oh, she's not far. What else?
Jack, you're gonna have an important job. I want you to lead the herd while I drive them from the
No, not this
all
again.
moving in the right direction.
Please don't. Please don't end on this note.
I said I'd be
Not the
back to this
cows,
all
not the
over, Mr.
cattle.
Farland, after the barn fire, you remember?
Of course I remember. I just didn't believe a word of it. So, you've come for some cattle?
Yeah, I'm finally starting up my farm again. Or trying to, at least.
You'll be fine. You've been taught well. Come on, then.
I saw your comment, Steven. You said something about the Mummy and the Scorpion King from the Mummy 2 being like terrible. Move into position behind the herd. Ugh, not this again. I really don't want to be doing this again. I forget there's like a calling.
Head for the river, son.
No, not this one.
Come on.
Okay, so do they just follow me? Apparently not. Gotta get behind them.
I'll ride with you until you get them off the ranch.
What was the button that calls them to me? Not the gun. Put it down. I hate this. Seriously, we're gonna end on this note. I guess just gotta take it slow. Alright, let's get Star Wars theory up here.
Let's go.
Let's get him right here. We'll make him smaller. Because I don't think they're going to say anything interesting now.
Great, hey, we got some sort of and you know what? It's because it's not really Star Wars. It's just something totally different.
back and see us sometime.
In a Star Wars world. So
what happened?
The worst that could happen. Right.
They are saying stuff.
Last I heard, you were headed for some exotic escapade in Mexico.
It's a long story. Too long to tell without a drink in my hand.
Back to the riddles, I see. And Mr. Williamson?
Let's just say Bill and I settled our differences.
Get back.
Let's go.
Or not.
So, is this your boy?
Yeah. Say hello to Miss McFarland, Jack.
Hello?
Ah, the arrogance of youth. He gets a little fur on his lip and he thinks he knows best all of a sudden.
So yeah, he's basically
How's your wife?
saying what I said. Except he is defending it still.
Had much time to talk yet.
Well, I'm glad you're back together again.
It's gonna take some time. We've all been through a lot.
The Mummy looked good in the first one, says Far Cry. I agree.
control. I best get back to
Yeah, I guess we're getting better at this.
See you again, Miss McFarland, and thanks for everything.
funny, you dope.
Dude, I have a wife. And I have a child.
We need to move him across the river.
Yeah, it's the Red River. I've seen that movie. Recommend. I recommend the film. There we go. We made it, guys.
You're doing a good job, son.
Oh, there's more?
Just lead him straight up the hill towards home.
Will do, Paul.
Dang. Oh, so we're taking them back, huh? Okay. And that's it. That's his take. Okay. In that case, I got one more Star Wars video. This time he is reacting to... Star Wars Theory is reacting to Mandalorian and Grogu. So let's see what he says about that. Let me just find it. Be careful, because it might get loud. And so I'm dropping it in 3, 2, 1.
Fulfill your destiny.
Okay, it's not bad. Okay. And here we go.
TheorySabers.com.
Cringe.
What's up, guys? Mandalorian and Grogu first footage wows at Disney D23. AT-ATs, Snow, and Babu Frick. Oh, God, Babu Frick. Okay, so I saw that there was a Mando movie sizzle reel that popped up on actual Twitter, and now it's gone, so I haven't actually been able to see it. Someone sent it to me. Shout out to Star Wars Sith. The first Star Wars feature since 2019's Free Pandy Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Jon Favreau, Mandalorian, and Grogu was shown off Friday night at Disney's D23. Favreau, who directs, came on stage with co-scribe and producer Dave Filoni. We're all pretty excited to have Star Wars back on the big screen. Yeah, it's about time, dude. I think there's more of a buzz whenever you have Star Wars on the big
Like, honestly,
screen.
who cares at this
I was a fan of,
point?
like, doing the shows and stuff, but now it's just after Obi-Wan and the Acolyte and all this junk. It's just, they're just...
Can you guys hear him speak?
Dragging it out like crazy.
When there's sound from the game?
For subscriptions for the next show and the next show and the next show, whether it's Marvel or Star Wars or whatever.
I just toned it down, but I wonder if you guys heard him before.
So Jon Favreau gave Dave Filoni tease Mandalorian and Grogu coming in May 2026.
More of a buzz about Star Wars, yeah.
Sharing this experience with me and putting this movie together. Now, the movie doesn't come out till 2026. It's 2 years.
He's quiet. Okay. Yeah, so I turned down the gameplay so that you guys could hear it. And he's playing footage that's going to be harder to listen to now, so I'm definitely going to turn down the other audio. Steven, more of a buzz about Star Wars theory. Star Wars is barely relevant. Yeah, I don't think he knows. Like, that's the sad part. And he thinks it can still be salvaged. Like, I don't even think that about Marvel and DC. That's why I'd rather just read the older stuff. And I recognize that it's becoming irrelevant, and it pretty much is relevant. More relevant than Star Wars is right now. But it's losing its momentum, and you can't lie to yourself. This guy is in some, I don't know, he's in some other world, I guess.
So we just started filming a few weeks ago. But it's D23, so I figured we'd stop by and at least say hello, because it's the last D23 before the movie comes out. So we had to put something together.
Bro, is that a pod racer?
For you, right?
Pod racers, jangled keys.
It's an all-new adventure following these two characters, and here's a little taste of what we're up to.
Of course they don't show it. Damn it, dude. Show the internet! In the clip shown to the 15,000 strong fans at the Honda Center in Anaheim, the Silver Beskar, Metal Cloud, Bounty Hunter, and Baby Yoda touch fingers, where bounty hunters by
Evil people are here.
Trade, now that he's with me, I'll be selective about my assignments, says Mando in a voiceover. Okay, interesting. Babu Frick also makes an appearance flying a ship with Grogu, and the crowd went wild. There were shots of a snowy planet that looks a lot like Hoth from The Empire Strikes Back, and with huge AT-ATs to boot. Another big star in this mission movie is the red alien pointy-eared Zeb from the animated series Star Wars Rebels. This is the first theatrical movie to be based off a Disney Plus series. Mandalorian Grogu hits theaters in May of 2026. Okay, cool. So I guess they didn't even really show all that much at D23 either. It was just literally like, yeah, literally a sizzle reel kind of thing. Okay. Well, yeah, look, the thing with Mando, it was my favorite thing. Season 2 was amazing for me, obviously. Season 1 was also
It was about
equally as
nothing.
amazing. I know a lot of people didn't like Season 2 because it said cameos and this and that, but it felt right. Like, if you felt like you're bringing the characters in for a purpose and dropping them in there, yeah, that's how it should be. Those are the main characters of Star Wars. We want to see them. We want to hear about them. Happy about that. So, that was cool.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I wasn't scared, honest.
Sorry you had to see that, son. Those men won't be stealing from anybody else. All right, let's round up.
Are we in the epilogue now? We lost one cow. Is that it? Okay, we lost one.
It's like having an Avengers movie and people are like, oh, it's just not realistic. Why are all the Avengers together? It's like, well, that's the point. It's supposed to be. So Mando Season 3 came out and I just thought I was like, this missed the mark. Hit the mark. This missed the mark completely. Bringing Moff Gideon back, he was already kind of like okay, we just don't know who he is because the Empire is dead. And at the end of the day, he's just kind of a reminder that the Empire existed. And so it was kind of cool. But then, okay, Season 1, all right, fine. We don't know who he is. He's got the Darksaber. Wow, it's crazy. What happened? What's the deal? Then we go Season 2. Okay, he's captured. He's beaten. Then he comes back with clones and does things that the Emperor couldn't do with Force-sensitive clones and all. My clones! It was just bullshit. And I think that something must have happened there that I don't know what. But anyways, maybe too many cooks in the kitchen because I don't feel like that was Jon Favreau's work. Mando movie. Now that has the ability to actually tell a story. Where they could go with this movie, and according to the sizzle reel, Mando now wants to be a little more choosy about his bounties. Now nobody wants to watch a movie that has side quests just through the whole movie. Like, let's just take this little job and that little job and okay, hey, happily ever after. What I think is going to happen is they're going to try to create some sort of a Marvel universe like they did with Marvel, but now in Star Wars. And I think what they're going to do is, we got Ahsoka Season 2 coming out next year, 2025. We got what I think is maybe another Boba Fett. I think they got to do it right, because the Boba Fett show was junk. It was just bad. So they got to do another Boba Fett. I think they'll have a few more shows that maybe even do another Mando. Probably not. Probably won't do another Mando season, but they could have him cameo in the Ahsoka show itself and maybe in the Boba Fett show if they do another one. I could see this storyline being carried through the Ahsoka show, and if they want to do any others, great. And then from there, we get the movie, which is like Endgame or Infinity War, whatever you want to call it.
How did we lose all of them?
If they're dual.
We lost like 5 of them just because, I don't know. We fought and we did all this stuff. We didn't lose a single one. And now we lost we lost 1/3 of them because we were just walking up a hill.
We would do another, I'm not sure. I'm sure if it makes, $1 billion, a lot of people will be like, oh.
Nimbus, in the past, Theory has made it clear that he likes Boba and Jango Fett, yet he doesn't care that Filoni and Favreau took Jango's EU backstory and butchered it before making it Mando's backstory. Steven says, I need to start back drawing and actually start writing because current fiction is mid. Too bad. Zeb sucks, but his presence means Filoni will be involved. Yeah, I think we all gotta start doing it, honestly. We all gotta start doing it. Because the stuff that's being put out there, it's awful. There's no excusing it. Nimbus, he also doesn't care that they portrayed Luke poorly in Mando Season 2 and just cared about the No Way Home fan service by having Luke cut through a bunch of droids. Steven, yeah, he cheers for fan service level nonsense. I'm learning programming so I can make games. Okay, that's nice. Which engine? And how is it going? I know it's pretty tough. It's difficult. It's not easy.
This is awesome. You know, I want more. And then Disney would be like, cha-ching, let's do another one. John, get to writing. He's like, I already have the script. So I think this will eventually probably lead into Dathomir, into Thrawn, because the biggest threats in the galaxy at this point are Thrawn and the Witches of Dathomir, and whatever they're trying to do there. I don't know what is exactly the plot line there, but they're obviously going to resurrect something, and they got magic, and they got the witches and all this stuff. So there's clearly something going on. And Thrawn, they wrote him to be kind of an idiot in the Ahsoka show, but I hope that he's a little sharper when it comes to the next season. That all being said, where is Luke Skywalker in this? I 100% believe that he will show up in either the Ahsoka show season 2 or in the Mando movie. I don't think that they're just done with him. So this is kind of like, I'm pretty sure we will eventually see Luke, Han, and Leia in this movie. And I think people are going to rejoice. And I think people are going to go absolutely insane. That's just my theory. That's just my thoughts. You know, I see them doing something crazy like that. You know, they have another shot at Mando, and they're making it a movie, so they know they got to hit big. How are they going to hit big? Well, just pull on heartstrings. What's the one thing the fans want the most? Luke, Han, Leia. And they're going to do it in some capacity. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what's going to happen.
No.
And I hope
Why is he telling me I lost
done
some?
really well. I hope that there aren't too many cooks in the kitchen, and I pray that it'll be along the lines of what George would have wanted. I truly do have a lot of hope with Jon Favreau. I used to have a lot of hope with Dave Filoni, but given the recent projects and sign-offs with The Acolyte, the ending of Ahsoka, my trust in him is shaken. I don't really know what to say. Still have hope, you know. I'm still holding out that he hasn't lost the plot altogether.
Delusional. He's just delusional. He's got nothing interesting to say. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. You got all 10 of them.
Get your horse and wait for me by the stable.
He's just being wishful thinking. I don't know what he's doing at this point. How do people still think like this? Some people just don't get it, man. They just don't get it. Was that it? Where are the credits, huh? Oh, there's 2 more things to do. A and J. Jack Marston and Abigail. We got 2 more missions left to go. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just hold it off for the next time. Come back later. He's right here. What do you mean? What are you talking about? It seems like there's more to this game. Let's see if this is going to start us off on another mission. Then we'll push it off till next time. Steven, I'm focusing on Python. Okay.
Same thing I've been cooking the past 15 years with the hope of poisoning you.
Ain't working so well.
Not yet.
Be honest though, tastes bad enough to kill a man.
I never was much of a cook, but I did try to be a good wife.
And you have been.
Given what we was and what we came from, I think we've gone and done okay. I look at Jack, I look at him, and I think we've been blessed. Maybe he can be something more.
He's a good kid. He can be whatever he wants to be. He ain't gonna be no frontier gunslinger killing and running no gang, though. That way's over. Railroads and government and motor cars and everything gone and done away with all that.
And he ain't gonna marry no orphaned working girl running with a bunch of hucksters, neither.
If he meets one like you, I hope he'll marry her.
Stop. For an illiterate gunslinger, you sure know how to make a girl blush. God damn crows! John! You have got to go deal with them. They've broken into the silo again and are eating all the corn out from it.
Of course, my angel.
Wait, get out of there.
All right.
Come on. Scat. Shh.
Get rid of the crows, huh? Should be easy enough. Corn remaining. Oh no. Let's see if I can aim for all of them. Dang. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Dang. It's much more difficult without Deadeye. Where is the corn? I don't even know where the corn is. I think, let's see, if there's more to this.
How many are there?
Not even attacking the corn. How am I supposed to do this? There we go. Nope, just wasting bullets. Where's this corn? They're apparently oh, it's at the top. Makes sense. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Game. Okay, the analog stick is really annoying right now. Oh, come on. Whatever. You lost too much corn, and that's corny. I'm focusing on Python. You can use Replit 100 day free programming course. You get a certificate at the end of the course. I'm on day 10, slow progress, but it's structured well, making note helps. I doubt that Luke, Han, and Leia will appear. Theory is coping hard. Yeah, I mean, everything about him is just disappointing. I think you'd figured that some people will catch on to this stuff, but really, I guess we're all just special here, in the good way. Because some people are just really losers. Who are seriously, I don't even know what to call them. Like, I want to call them media illiterates, but I think there might be something else. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Maybe it's just being unable to grow up. I don't know. Can I just shoot the gun? Oh, dang. We got a lot of them. There we go. Just get him gathered here and... Dang. There we go. Nice. There we go. We did it, guys.
Finally. How about that stew?
Okay, that was it. Good, good, good. There's more. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to hold it off, because look at this. There's more and more.
John.
Oh my gosh.
Friend of yours, a Bonnie something or other. Something you ain't telling me?
Bonnie McFarlane. She's a friend. Saved my life when I went after Bill and nearly got myself killed again.
Oh, and now you two's in the habit of sending each other letters. How very nice.
Yeah, I told you she was a mess. Bonnie.
I don't know. I can't. Well, you know I can't read.
Give it here.
You read that thing out loud?
I ain't hiding nothing. Dear Mr. Marston, stop. Need corn sacks. Stop.
Is this a poem?
Stop. Weevils and moths ate entire county supply. Stop. Can you help? Not exactly the most romantic request now, is it?
I guess not. She saved your life, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then you're gonna have to help her and her family out. We've got a plentiful supply of corn sacks over near the silo. About the one thing Uncle didn't manage to have stolen while we was gone.
Okay.
Hurry back, John. And John, what's she like?
You know. A little bit like you, I guess. She's a woman in a man's world.
That's what he said about her before. Not... He said that to Bonnie before. Okay, so... I think we'll just do this next time, since I see there's a couple more missions. And they're odd errands, you know? Or is there more to this? Like, are there end credits? I think there would be, right? It's just odd. And there's more stuff in this, right? That writing is how telegrams used to be sent. Says Steven. So yeah, let's just read your comments, and I think we're going to end it here. And we'll end it, hopefully, you know, the final part is in the next, or in our next part will be our final part. This is why I call the man a hack. Yeah, you guys were calling him a hack. And I kind of suspected it after you guys, you know, told me what you did tell me. And it checks out. I can confirm he is a hack 100%. Or like 99%, okay? And I'm sorry, Star Wars Theory, but you did not pass the test of base. You're just being wishful, you're lying to yourself. And you're being dishonest. You're not gonna bring back Luke, Han, and Leia. I don't know what you're expecting, but I think the problem is that he has a YouTube channel, and now he's just trying to keep it alive. I think that's what it really is. It's kind of like those reaction channels that we watch, those shills. Remember how I said maybe they are half faking it and half being genuine because they have a channel to maintain? So that the half that's faking it, that's for the channel, and then the other half is them somewhat enjoying it, and that's what makes them pathetic. Because if they were just faking it purely, then at least you would admire the fact that they're committed. And I guess it's the same thing here. Half of him is, you know, enjoying this stuff, and then the half of him is because he has an attachment. But I think another half of it is him just trying to keep his channel alive. And that's what's swaying his perspective to a great extent. Because think about it, if he started to post about what? Like Greek literature or something else, his channel would fall off like it has. But at the same time, there's so much Star Wars material to fall back on. I guess maybe he used up all of it. I'm not all that well acquainted with his channel history and how much of the EU he has covered on his channel. Supposedly he's an expert, so maybe he's done like a series and he's covered 90% of it. But I would just stick with the past. Maybe I guess he would lose his audience. I understand the need to comment on the new stuff as well, and that's what's kind of that's what keeps the ball rolling. But it's really, you know, you could change. I don't know what you could do, since you are very much Star Wars theory driven. That's in the name of the channel. So you could make more animated movies like you did those trailers. You're right. You were right about him, Nimbus, says Steven. Nimbus says, you should see the final episode of the limited podcast he did with Mahler, where all of them said they'd watch the prequels again to talk about it, but he couldn't even be bothered doing that. Then, during the episode, rather than engaging with the conversation, he derails the podcast every so often, just reading out random chat messages. Ooh, that sounds like just pure cringe, you know? I can already imagine it. Dang, that sucks, especially since he's supposed to be a prequel fanboy, says Steven. And then Nimbus says, even if he didn't watch, he should try to be engaged as a dang host of the podcast. That sounds really rough. Imagine inviting someone to actually engage in conversation, provide interesting feedback and criticism about what it is that you're watching. You're supposed to be the insightful guy, And the most that he's doing is just reading the super chats on the side. That's just sad. Yeah, that podcast sounded infuriating, says Steven. And then Nimbus, you're on the right path. He's covered a chunk of the EU, but there's always more. Plus, it doesn't help. He made stuff up at one point. I think back in 2017 or 2018. I forgot exactly where. No, he's obviously not as bad as all these other YouTube channels. Not even close. But I do pray for his recovery. Because this man is lost. Imagine having Star Wars in your name and you don't engage with a conversation about Star Wars, right? Alright, I'm closing the poll. Get in your last votes. I'm closing the poll. And I'm closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here are the results. I asked you guys what movie would you greenlight as a fat Sony exec? Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Black Cat is 60%. That was an obvious choice. I knew you guys would choose that. That's like, honestly, would you guys want to watch a Black Cat film? I don't think anyone would. But even if you guys thought, okay, maybe there's something badass here. Honestly, I don't even see what it would be about. Her stealing stuff? Come on. And become another Catwoman scenario. El Muerto is tied in second place with the Shocker. Oh, you guys are racist. You guys prefer the Latinxes, I see. Over the poor Prowler. Dang. And after my Prowler pitch too? Yeah, I guess it's just 5 votes, but still, pretty telling. See, we probably had like 2 people vote for Black Cat, 1 for El Muerto, and 1 for Shocker, and then that leaves us with 1 more vote, so that probably went to Black Cat again, so 3 votes for Black Cat. Makes sense. Alright, I do think that there's... I don't want to like... This was supposed to be a short stream, and it ended up taking up 3 hours, because I thought we were near the end. Oh, I guess we kind of are, but still. Hey. Alright, thank you for showing up, guys. You guys are the best. And hopefully next time, we're going to finish this story, and it's going to be the end. We're going to end with part 18, and hopefully by then I'll also be able to get into like the Mexico storyline, because if next time is going to be the last parts, then yeah, it has to happen. Ah yes, the normal stream length. Yeah, I know, right? Far Cry Lego. Just when I think I can kind of like take a back seat, chill out, nope, I always have to run into something stupid. I mean, not stupid, but I always run into something and it ruins my plans. That's what happens, I guess. Alright, enough of that. Thanks once more, and see you. Bye.